Good morning. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, July 22nd. Your government taco forecast today in Baton Rouge. Expect thunderstorms with a high of 90. Government taco, where our pickled onions always make a taco wet. Coming up on OTB, Chef Michael Johnson joins the show at 8:30 for Munchies, and Rivers Huey is in studio at 9 a.m. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the boys, as the boys are back in studio after spending a week over there in Atlanta. A ton of fun hanging out at SEC Media Days, no doubt about that. Sometimes too much fun, but we are now back in the friendly climate of the Mercedes-Benz studio here, live in Baton Rouge. It's great to see Mario and Danny's face once again, and it was a great week. So a huge thank you again to Hudco and Jerry Lane and Rejuve Me and DraftKings for sending us over there. It was an excellent time, and we got a lot to get to today. We're excited for today's show. We're going to start with some Saints camp talk in Jameis We Trust. We're hopefully going to hear from some interviews that Jake got to do this week with Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. There's Madden ratings talk, LSU baseball Cruton talk, Munchies, Rivers coming up, Coors Lights will be drank. It's going to be a hell of a Friday. So, look, I hope you've had a hell of a week. Let's get today off right. We're going to have a great day. And remember, guys, you can make it through anything, okay? No matter how long you got to work, the weekend waits on the other side. All the potential in your little partying heart can desire waits on the other side. So let's make it together. Boys, what's up? How are we feeling? What's up, Jake?
Doing well. Should we go ahead and, tell our travel story? Should we, maybe save that? Because I don't think I've ever been a part of something like that.
No, we could. We got nothing now.
I think it was pretty unique. And T-Bob, you can add on here as well. So we didn't fly into Baton Rouge. They booked us at Atlanta to New Orleans. Now we flew from New Orleans to Atlanta on Sunday as well. So Matt was good enough to drive us there. So that's where his car was. But we get on the plane. We're probably close to descending. Right? I'd say so.
Yeah, no, we were circling over the city. There was bad weather. So it had already been an hour. You're kind of like, I wonder what we're doing. But we were apparently just circling over New Orleans.
Yeah, and they said, hey, we don't have enough fuel to be able to continue to circle around New Orleans and try to beat out this weather. Yeah. Let's go to Houston. Let's just keep going and let's go to Houston. And when they came over the speakers, we all had our AirPods in, and it's we heard Houston or whatever. My first thought, and I think it was your first thought as well, and Rivers y'all are so dumb. It's did we get on the wrong plane?
Yeah, I thought we had screwed up and accidentally boarded a plane to Houston. Not the case.
Because our tickets didn't scan.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I'm like, oh, man, the tickets didn't scan. They had to look them up in the computer. We are in Houston. We screwed this up.
We had a last-in gate change.
Yeah, we did.
And then so we land in Houston for what is supposed to be a quick gas and go, only the pilots timed out. Apparently, there are very strict federal regulations on the amount of time pilots work. Good thing I don't want a sleepy pilot, right? But what that meant is we just chilled on the ground for 2 hours before finally some new pilots showed up. They kind of rejuiced up the plane, and then we flew back to Baton Rouge. All in all, it was about a direct flight from Atlanta to New Orleans. Ended up being a 7-hour travel day. And which is kind of funny. But it was but it was all worth it in the end when we stepped off the plane, and there were some OTB fans there, and they're being very kind. And one of the young girls, I don't think she's a fan. I think her boyfriend, her husband might be, was on her way to a bachelorette party in Austin. Our plane was going to Austin. They had to wait on our plane. They've been delayed. They've been drinking for 4 hours. She's pretty deep in her cups, right? And I'm standing by Matt. She's like, oh, I got to take a picture with my boyfriend. So I take a picture with her. And then she points to Moscona and goes, is that your dad or your agent? tell you.
I love
I
that
was
so much.
beyond happy. I was like, and she clearly, I don't even think really knew who I was because she was later asking me if like I had signed with LSU or something. I think she still thought I was in college. I'm like, I'm 33, but thank you. But yes, is that your dad or your agent? Put it on my tombstone next to Matt's face. It was
Big
an
win.
all-time moment. I also actually, standing up to let Rivers go to the bathroom, did spill a bunch of water on Matt as well when the flight attendant had the water tray above my head, and I didn't realize it. So Matt had a rough day. He had a rough travel.
He was a shade of red whenever we had to wait in Houston for 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, that did suck. I was just trying not to get, like, anxious the entire time, right? But we made it, and we're back. Can't hold a good show down. And so, yeah, man, we are back. Is that your dad or your agent? So wonderful. Mario, Dan, y'all are good, I assume? Everybody made it safe with the weather, obviously?
Yeah, doing well, man. Hope everybody else is being safe out there.
Danny, the facial hair is looking great, man. I'm really enjoying the thickness of the mustache.
Appreciate it. It's a struggle trying to get it.
Trying to get
growing
the full
badges,
beard.
yeah.
I know, man. Keep pushing. I think we're gonna break through.
Don't they have things, Danny, maybe like oils or something like you can put in the space?
I'm using
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
Okay, Danny, get this Jameis Winston video ready to play because we're going to play it in a little bit. But first, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. Kind of an unexciting way to start the show because this is more of just a news story than anything else. But what's up with PUP? You know what the PUP list is? Physically unable to perform list. And how it works in the preseason, if you are placed on the PUP right now you don't count against the roster, right? So that's why you do it. You're allowed to bring in a body to fill whatever need you have. But if you're on the PUP list right now, it's no big deal. You can be activated onto the roster at any time before the season starts. However, if you are still on the PUP list when the season begins, you have to miss at least 4 games before you will be allowed to come back. Well, yesterday it was made official, or sometime in the last 2 days, Michael Thomas and Marcus Davenport will be on the PUP list to start camp. So again, they can be activated anytime between now and the start of the season. But as we count this thing down, if they are not activated by the start, then that means they're going to miss some games. I still feel relatively confident on the Thomas situation that he will be ready before the season begins. I don't know as much on Davenport dealing with the amputated finger and a partially amputated pinky and a shoulder surgery over the weekend. But just keeping you abreast of the Saints news. Jake, do you have any concerns about these two being on the PUP?
All right, so real quick, I forgot that he had to amputate like part of his pinky. I'm surprised you didn't bring that up multiple times the other day. I'll be completely honest with you.
My pinky still hurts really bad, but I'm starting to be able to move it again, so that's good.
Okay, so we're
It
good.
doesn't look like it's healing crooked. It's got a little bend in it that wasn't there before, but I don't know. I think it'll be fine.
We're good?
I think so. We'll see when we go to do push-ups today in the commercial break. We'll see how we're feeling.
Okay, so going back to the PUP list, I mean, it's I guess a little concerning with Michael Thomas.
It's just
Like,
it is weird.
You haven't played football in a really long time, and I think everyone thought you'd be ready to go, and I thought you'd be ready to go in the spring fully. Like,
I mean, he just started cutting,
right?
Which is odd. And the only part that's really kind of a bummer about that is not even as much as health, because you can still get right by the season. But to me, it's like, okay, but as he's going to have all this incredible pressure to be the Michael Thomas of old, if he just started cutting, can he be, right? Like, that's a lot of your offseason kind of juicing up and gearing up that's been taken away.
What has he been doing?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. We just don't have the medical information.
Right. And there had to be a setback.
There was. We do know it's
like a
very
major
vague.
setback.
There was a major setback because that's why they had to have surgery again. But even that second surgery was like a long time ago.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It is not healed well. Whatever has happened, it seems like it's been a bit of a train wreck of a healing process.
Yeah, I mean, you'd love to get him on the field. I mean, we've talked about it too many times. Last year, the Saints were able to be a really good team before Jameis gets hurt with receivers that we didn't know. Like, we were excited they had receivers that we did know, and then those receivers we didn't know were going to be, depth pieces. They were going to be your 4th, 5th, 6th receiver. They're, now it's like, okay, well, it's Chris Olave. We're like, he's going to have to be your go-to deep threat guy, and he's going to be your guy that's on the outside and all that. And luckily you have Jarvis. You have Jarvis Landry right now that can run those intermediate routes. And we all know, like, slants with Michael Thomas is the big joke. Well, Jarvis can at least run those routes for you. So you still have guys that can do multiple things. And, again, you had some pieces last year that were that were nice. They weren't, number one options, but at least you had those guys.
Yeah, I'm still excited to see what Callaway can do when he's not actually the focus, because he's not good enough to be the focus. But I think he will be good enough to have a lot of success in the margins. And then the other guy that I think gets overvalued or overlooked a lot is Deontay Hardy. I mean, him and Jameis had a nice little deep connection before he went down. Like, they had 2 or 3 75-yarders plus. So you combine him with Olave, right? That's a lot of speed that you're suddenly threatening the defense with. So on the Mike Thomas and Davenport front, it's disappointing. Monitor the situations. Do not panic just yet. You know why you shouldn't panic? Because in Jameis, we trust, right? I mean, look, wide receiver is important, no doubt, especially wide receiver Michael Thomas's caliber. But no one is as important as the position that is worth more than anything else, the quarterback position. Here's a video of Jameis Winston in the classroom with the team leading a meeting that I just thought was really, really spectacular. Hit the tape, boys.
And it hurt me so much because I want to finish in everything that I do. Right? There's going to be some instances where we have setbacks. There's going to be some instances where we go through particular things, right, individually. But we have to push through. We have to find a way to finish. We have to find a way to invest in ourselves. We have to find a way to visualize ourselves being together, representing our brothers, whether we knew, whether we old, and holding up that Lombardi trophy together. All right, ready to break.
I am fully here for philosopher Jameis. He has, it's like he told you. He always knew he loved football, and now he had to learn that he loved to play football. Okay, this is a man who has been deep in his thoughts the last few years, really trying to find himself after Tampa, trying to find himself after this injury. This is a man now who, if you look at that meeting, Jake, who is confident about his role in the locker room. Okay, like you said, there is no quarterback controversy. There is no competition. He is the guy. He can talk, and people will listen. And I mean, look, we make jokes about everything and are pretty cynical about everything a lot of times on the show. But and you could be cynical about that, right? He's just saying the right things. Doesn't really matter. Blah 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 blah. But I want that out of my quarterback. I want that sort of leadership, and I want how he's both supporting and kind of challenging his teammates. And he's absolutely right on the adversity front, on the visualizing success front. And then you mentioned the Lombardi trophy at the end, letting you know exactly where his goals lie. So, yeah, I loved it. I got goosebumps when I saw that Jameis Winston clip.
Yeah, I mean, what he had last year in 5-2, and he was playing well, taking care of the football, all of that excites you. And then, obviously, he gets hurt. And you're like, okay, well, what's going to happen? But everything he's done after that has been positive. They've got him weapons. They've surrounded him with better players. You see videos like that. Like, Jameis hasn't always been the most mature football player. Like, we know that. He'd probably admit that as well.
Yeah.
But now he's got the team around him that I think he can be really, really successful. And everybody we talk to, you asked them a question about the Saints, and we were at media days, and people know we're on in New Orleans, and so they kind of come talk some Saints in between breaks at times, and like, yeah, love the roster. It's all about Jameis.
Yeah.
The biggest question mark. Well, It is the biggest question mark, and he's got to go answer that for a full season, but he is better set up, in my opinion, to succeed with who they put around him this year, way more than it was a year ago. I'm talking about all positions, not just receiver. I mean, you're talking about, obviously the defense is the defense, but offensively, they've added some really nice pieces. And you add Taysom to a different role. Like, we'll see how that goes. I mean, he's been highly successful in that role, but it was like, is he going to play quarterback? What's going to happen here? And it was always this awkward situation. Well, that's gone now because it's a defined role for him as well. So I think everything around him is what it needs to be for him to be successful, and that mindset feels like it will, translate for him as well.
Yeah, he's one of a group of quarterbacks that are kind of in a prove-it mode where the team could say, look, we gave you the pieces. Now what can you do with it, right? Like, you definitely throw Jalen Hurts in that group. You would throw Tua Tagovailoa in that group. Now, obviously, Jameis is a bit older, which I think works to his advantage, but he is in that group as well. And then just from a purely physical appearance standpoint, boys, I really like Afro Jameis. I don't know why it speaks to a little bit of extra leadership. Or so I don't know why. I'm just into it. I hope he keeps this hair for the season, but we'll see. Maybe he's growing out to twist it up or something. I don't know. But I would say keep the fro, dude. I mean, am I wrong? Do y'all like it? Like in all the Jameis Winston hairstyles that we've seen, do you prefer short hair Jameis or Afro Jameis?
He looks good with the fro.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, he pulls it off, it just fits him.
I wanted to put it in the cornrows.
Okay, so you do want him to twist it up. Okay, like old school, like AI cornrows.
Yeah.
Every creative basketball player I used to make, and I'd always make myself, like a pale white guy, I used to always give myself cornrows in the NBA 2K games. Cornrows, high socks, baggy shorts.
High socks.
Hell yeah, dude. My guy was looking sick, dude. No headbands, though. All right,
No?
so you want, no.
No headband?
No, I was never a big headband kid. High socks all the time, though. Love me some high socks. All right, when we get back here, did you get him the interviews?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Okay. Then we'll talk a little LSU baseball recruiting when we get back here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Looking for something fun to do this weekend? Why don't you go out to Golf Suites right there off of Segan Lane? These are covered bays, which is important, maybe on a day like today. But it's super affordable, man. It's a great drive range. It's a ton of fun. And what you do is just rent a pod. Like I said, $35 in the weekend, $20 on Tuesday, right? For an hour. And the PGA TrackMan technology allows you to play courses from around the world or tons of mini games, whatever you want. You got full bar while you're there, the full food menu as well. If it does get too bad of weather and you want to go inside, the bar is awesome. It has a ton of TVs. It's a beautiful setup. It's all there off of Segan Lane. Go to Golf Suites today.
Yeah, and as we tell you every single day, but certainly here on a Friday when they're open till 1 a.m., remember, you can have whatever time you're looking for. If you're going to bring the family out, fellas out, ladies out, date night, like whatever it is, like they can accommodate you and you're going to have fun, right? It is set up to go out there, have some fun, hours until 1 a.m. again tonight, golfsuites.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The best things in summer are unofficial. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Musso. Join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt returns from SEC Football Media Days to put a button on the week, the Riot Radio Hours, and more. Friday's AFR, 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 SEC Football Media Days, All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
My bad, we're creatures of habit. We are not live at the SEC Media Days anymore, but it was cool when we were.
I like this video a lot. So I'm trying to be on Lake Bruin this weekend.
I don't know, Mario. I think my body's still at SEC Media Days, honestly. Ugh.
This song isn't giving you any juice? Damn, dude. Damn.
I mean,
Danny can see all the Miami women in bikinis waiting on him.
We gotta crack the cores open.
Ooh, I like this
early.
Is that the keyboard that I'm hearing there? Right?
Is that the Pitbull song? They stole the Pitbull song.
Yeah, that's sampled from Hotel Room Service. Yeah.
Oh, watch out! We're gonna trigger Mario.
No,
man, trigger Mario because there's a sample in it.
All good. It's Friday. We'll look past it.
Hey, and then it's Saturday, Sunday. What? Let's go, boys! All right. So yes, our body and minds may still be in Atlanta at SEC Media Days, and so this morning I was trying to catch up with what exactly had happened with this LSU baseball recruiting class. And I want to be clear about this on the onset of this. I gathered from a lot of disparate sources, right? Kind of all over the place in terms of trying to figure out like a little bit of Twitter, a little bit of Advocate, a little bit of some blogs. And this is what I have put together so far. I'm not saying this is 100%. Like, I'm not sure that I didn't miss a guy here or there. Hunt Palmer would obviously, right? If you really want to know, watch Hunt Hill, and Hunt will give you all of the breakdowns that you need. But it's pretty damn exciting, Jake, and pretty damn impressive from what I'm looking at. So you do lose Eric Razelman, Paul Gervais, Jacob Berry, Kay Doty, Jack Pineda, and Dylan DeBrock over the weekend, right? So we talked about Pineda and DeBrock being those transfers.
We hardly even knew you.
Yeah, right? So they are gone. Gervais, that one hurts for sure. Gervais was excellent, right? Wanted to see where he was, just how good he could have gotten. But it is what it is. Who you gained. Now, we do know out of the 14, I want to say you lost half of them. I think you've hit that 7 number, Jake, that Ben McDonald was talking about, where if you 7, you still have the number 1 class in the nation. So let's go down the list right here. First off, remember, Paxton Kling got this thing started. You're talking about the Pennsylvania Gatorade Player of the Year, number 1 player in Pennsylvania, number 7 overall prospect. And you're going to hear number 1 in the state a lot on this list, and that's going to start to excite you. So Paxton Kling, number 1 player in all of Pennsylvania. You got the big right-handed pitcher from Texas, Chase Shores. Jake, guy is he's 6'8", 240 in a high school. Hugh Morris size right there, dude. He could still grow. Like, he might not be done growing.
That's not even in a college weight room either, like the 240 part.
Yeah.
Like what you can turn that into.
6'8", 240, number 1 right-handed pitcher in Texas. There's a lot of baseball players in Texas, guys. Number 1 right-handed pitcher, number 24 overall prospect in the state. Of course, you got the shortstop, Gavin Guidry, number 1 player in the state of Louisiana, one of the best players in the entire country, a huge get. We always talk about keeping the walls up in football. You want to do the same in baseball, obviously, as well, and getting Gavin Guidry to come here is massive. You got the left-handed pitcher, Griffin Herring, who is the number 3 lefty in all of Texas, number 18 overall. You got Aiden Moffitt, another pitcher, a righty from Mississippi. Guess where he ranks, boys? Number 1 right-handed pitcher in all of Mississippi. You got Caleb Appleby, the number 2 ranked player in the state of Illinois, but the number 1 right-handed pitcher in Illinois. You got Brady Neal, the catcher, 5-star, number 2 catcher in the nation, number 1 catcher in the state of Florida.
That's a big one. I mean,
Big one.
Getting that guy to from high school to college, and also getting him to come from Florida. I mean, it's Dylan Cruz from Florida, LSU. Like, you have success there with all the great baseball programs that are right there. Like, that even feels like an extra win.
And then to round it out, you got Micah Bucknam, who just announced that he will be he got drafted, I think 17th round by the Brewers, and he just announced, nah, man, I'm coming to Baton Rouge. He's a righty. He's a Canadian.
Hey,
number 3 in the BC state. I don't really know what that is, to be fair. It's not all of Canada, but it's some portion of Canada.
British Columbia.
He's a top 300 recruit. Yeah. Okay, there you go. British Columbia, number 2 through 3 in British Columbia. I didn't know what BC stood for. So there we go.
Before Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Even though I think now is it CE and BCE? I can't remember what they did.
What?
Yeah, they changed it somewhere along the line. But look, man, okay, so a few just surface level takeaways. First off, that's a lot of number ones. Second off, that's a lot of pitching, right? You said you wanted great pitching. There's a lot of really sexy pitching on the list. And third is, while we talked about Gavin Guidry, sure, want to get good Louisiana players, Jay Johnson literally just picked like the best players out of states all around the world. Countries, even going into Canada. Like, Jay Johnson, take a bow. This is an unreal class that he have put together.
It is, and it's exactly what you needed. I mean, you said it multiple times. When Ben McDonald came on, he said, hey, get 7 of these guys. You still got an elite class. And you probably lost some names that you weren't expecting. Paul Gervais, probably the biggest one. And Moscona was actually telling me this. I missed it at Media Day. Like, Gervais kind of tweeted out, let's run it back. And then he got more money thrown at him than he was expected after that point. Deletes that tweet. It's like, let's go Mets. So you weren't really expecting. No, I'm not mad at him by any means. But you weren't expecting maybe to lose him. You're expecting to lose the other guys probably. You didn't have a great deal of
Tabrak told you from the beginning that LSU was the fallback plan. He said, if I get if I get drafted where I want to, then I'm going to go. And then of course we knew Jacob Berry would, knew Kate Doty would. So is Raiselman surprising? I mean, I don't know. I guess I wasn't even really thinking about Raiselman one way or another.
I went a little higher than I thought he would. I thought there were some things he could come back and he could work on, and maybe some control things. And if he wanted to try to have a different role than he had a year ago, if he wanted to be a starter, not a bullpen guy, compete for that. But you get selected in the 5th round. I think that's a no-brainer, but just a little bit higher than I thought he would go.
So really it was, I think it's a fantastic draft process in the end for the LSU Tigers. And maybe I think I read that there's 1 or 2 names still undecided. Although if it's 2, maybe Bucknam was one of the 2, and so him lowers that number to 1. But we'll continue to monitor the situation, and then as we get a little bit further out here in a few days, it should be all done and signed and everything, and we'll have a perfectly clear picture. But again, just blown away by the amount of number ones on this list from all these different states. It's very impressive states. I mean, Texas, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Texas, Florida, you get guys like that on this list. Mississippi as well. I mean, Mississippi baseball, pretty hot lately.
Yep.
So also you have still some transfers that are going to be here. Like, I know you lost 2 of them, and you didn't know them, and you were excited about those players. We all were, but you do got, Tommy Tanks is still in the building. And so you still did really well in the transfer portal. So it's not only these guys coming, which you're excited about, but you also did extremely well in the portal. I mean, baseball writers, it kind of became a joke. Like, we would interview them, and they'd be like, oh, anybody come to LSU today? Like, who's next? And it was like every single day there, what it felt like for 10 days. And so you still have a majority of those guys on campus as well.
Well, and I was talking to, oh, man. Who was it? Oh, Billy Lucci, who obviously very close with everything Texas A&M, very close with the A&M players there. And he was relaying a story about eating with some of the players, and basically the guys being like, Jay Johnson is building a monster squad. Like Jay Johnson is just, he's building something legitimately scary in Baton Rouge right now. And I agree. And I mean, with everything that we saw in year 1, how you always want to see, are you getting the best out of your talent? Are you in that drag on them? And he was, without a doubt, squeezing all the blood from the stones, which he had. So what happens now when you give that man a supremely talented roster? We're about to find out, but I think it's going to be very, very good. So take a bow, Jay Johnson. And I mean, And he does all of this while losing his main two assistants, right, and his recruiting coordinator and everything, and he still manages to finish. That bodes very well for the long-term future of Jay Johnson as the LSU head baseball coach.
I'm with you. Everything that he's done since the season was finished there in Hattiesburg has been, elite. To lose your coaches to head coaching jobs in the Power 5 and then to be able to go get the coaches that you got, get the transfers you got, get the signing class that you got, everything has been probably just by his plan, right? He hadn't had to veer too far off that plan. Outside of maybe a name or two that he wasn't expecting. So year one, we know what it was. Pitching was certainly an issue, and pitching was something he said we got to attack. And, the list you just gave to you, he attacked it.
Yeah.
And so you add a bat style. Tommy Tanks, will he be Jacob Berry? We don't know. He had a lot of home runs last year. He set freshman records.
He was awesome.
Right? Is he Jacob Berry yet? No. But even losing a Jacob Berry, who was 6th overall, you're able to bring somebody in that has that type of potential. Right? So even losing one of the best players in the country, you feel like you got a guy that has done it at NC State in the ACC at a really high level to be able to try to put him somewhere close to Dylan Cruz in the lineup.
Yeah, you went 17-13 in the SEC last year, where you've been a 500 SEC team now for a few years. So it's very exciting, and I'm glad you mentioned the coaching additions because you even went and got Wes Johnson, somebody who was the pitching coach of a team leading their division in the MLB at the time when he made the switch. The first time that such a switch had happened since 1980. Jay Johnson's powers of persuasion are very real and super effective. All right, when we get back, we got more OTB. Keep it locked right here, 104.5 ESPN.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to centralplumbing.org. 925-8552 is the number, y'all. 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org is the place. Been at it for 50 years, okay? Just about now. It's a long time, man. 5 decades. It's older than me, significantly. And so the point is, I don't care what the issue is, right? They've seen it all through the years, and they can fix it all. So you get an old house of character, great. It can go bad sometimes, right? That's okay. You got a new house. That sucks. Shouldn't happen. But if it is, you go to Central Plumbing. You get the flat rate price. You get great warranty work. Everybody, of course, is licensed, bonded, and insured. CentralPlumbing.org.
Yeah, residential and commercial. When you go to centralplumbing.org, you will see what I mean in commercial. They got the full fleet ready to go. Nothing's going to be too big for them to be able to handle. But remember, it's not only in emergencies. If you're looking to remodel, if you want to go tankless with that tankless water heater, they will come out, give you a consultation, tell you exactly what you need and how they can do it and how fast they can. 225-925-8552.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
And this year, 2022, it's time to finally treat yourself. Bring your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service. You want the latest and greatest marine technology? You want to go to the place that has not one, but 2 NMEA-certified techs. Family-owned and operated by the Sherman family for 30 years, front-to-back is the answer in Baton Rouge for all of your custom boat needs. So head to fronttobackboatservice.com or find them on Facebook, Front to Back Boat Service.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
My own people call me an Uncle Tom. I play music. Been wined and dined by royalty. Trying to bring people together. All people. But regardless of all that kind of stuff, I'm still Louis Armstrong.
Here's the man you're waiting for, the king of jazz, Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
Friday, lock of the week. Join me, Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff, live from Rufino. Special time, 10 a.m. to noon on Fridays, lock of the week. Game time presented by Bet Rivers from Rufino's on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob, the 2022 LAB Prestige Award winner for Best Sports Radio Show, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo! What's up? Welcome back, y'all.
Run it, Brown!
Run it, Brown!
That's just going to be a rallying cry whenever we need some juice.
Yeah, I didn't know what to ask him to after he sat down.
It was great, though.
I was like, I don't really know that I actually know what became of Ronnie Brown's career. All I really remember was the Wild Dolphin.
He was number 2.
I had no idea. No, I'm not saying he wasn't beat, but
I'm trying to go through it, I think. He was number 2 overall pick, or number 3, like somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Wow.
Nick Saban, Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so he had the Wild Dolphin that the Patriots, just still, right to this day, can't stop. They got ran through like I've never seen before. Then they tried to adjust, and it made it worse. And teams finally figured it out. But
who was the mustachioed man? Was it Sperano? They put in the Wild Dolphin.
Tony?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think it was. I think it was Tony Sperano. He always looked very funny to me. He had that great mustache. He just looked like he looked incredibly Italian, I guess is the bottom line. He did not look like, if you saw him, you wouldn't think that he was an NFL head football coach. You would just think he was like somebody's random dad, not one of the geniuses behind the Ronnie Brown-led Wild Dolphin. Yeah, I had no idea y'all spent time in San Diego together.
Yeah, then he went to, Philly maybe. I know he spent time in Houston. Oh, look at that mustache.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
But, man, so that part of it I wasn't expecting, and that was fun. I was telling you, it's like Takeo Spikes, Randy McMichael, Ronnie Brown, like those are all teammates of mine from San Diego. I didn't know they'd be right there, and Randy was like right by us all week long, and so we got a chance to all catch up, and that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Okay, first off, there's a couple different things we could do here. There's a lot of Madden's rating talk. I got a lot of SEC. Actually, maybe we'll do a little SEC questions here. I got a lot. But first, Kirby Smart got paid yesterday.
He did.
So I didn't realize this. Brian Kelly was actually the highest paid coach in the SEC, in the country, I think, before yesterday's deal with Smart. What was the final numbers on it, Jake?
10 years, $112.5 million.
10 years, $112.5. And you always got to remember these coaches' contracts. We don't always know, like, where are they also getting money around the edges. That might not include any bonuses or incentives. Like, remember, technically, Brian Kelly's contract is $9 million a year, but it's really $10 million because there's like a $500,000 bonus for, I think, like making a bowl game. And there's like a $500,000 bonus for like being employed or something. It's just it's two things that just they will trigger every single year. And
$33,000 for having a pulse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. There's probably even more hidden money. And then like guys like Nick Saban have all the Mercedes dealerships and everything. So these guys always have other ways too. But just from a pure salary standpoint, Kirby Smart now the highest paid coach in college.
Look, you win a natty, that's what happens.
Yeah.
We've seen it here before, right? You go win a national championship, you're going to get a significant bump in salary. Kirby's going to be at Georgia. Played at Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean, there's nowhere else Kirby Smart's going to go. So you're like, did you have to pay him that much? Well, that's just what the market says. So now he's going to be the coach of Georgia for the next 10 years. Even though he wasn't going anywhere, they give him a big raise. You win a championship, that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, very famously. Do you all remember back in 2003? Oh, God, I burned the roof of my mouth so bad on some pizza last night. It's awful. Got skin just falling off the top of it. I'm not going to say because it's not very good. I don't.
You did not pull a Rivers and.
No. I didn't go to Little C's. I would talk trash about Little C's. No, you know what I'm just not a fan of? Just like the quick pizza. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Where you just build it on the line and they throw it in. It's not very good. But it was late and I just needed. I was just craving some sort of pizza. But yeah, it is what it is. Definitely not worth burning the roof of your mouth over.
Correct.
And also really hard after coming off of what I think was a top 5 pizza in my entire life that we ate this week at that place, Floyd's. It was truly fantastic. No, but remember back in 2003 with Nick Saban when he won the national championship? Do y'all remember what his contract did? You don't talk about petty. He literally, right when they won the game, a clause kicked in where he got a raise by $1. I think maybe like Bob Stoops might have been the highest paid at the time. He got a raise to make $1 more than the highest paid coach in all of college football so that he could be the highest paid coach in all of college football. A young Nick Saban, even more psycho-competitive than he is nowadays. Like now he's a more refined psychopathy, right? And you can see that and you can feel that. And it's more dangerous, quite frankly. But back then, he just really wanted to be able to puff his chest out and say that he was number one.
And look, to be a coach, you at that level, you have to have a bit of an ego. I mean, we have it as players as well.
Yes.
Like if you're a player and you have the most receiving yards in the NFL in a year, it's like, okay, well, my next contract, I want 1 cent more than the guy who got paid last offseason. That's just how it is. And so these coaches, I mean, they know that, and that's why they put that in their contract. And championships, as we've talked about before, certainly in college football, they define you. They define who you are. Now, you can have the shine, just wear off of you incredibly fast, way faster than it used to. Used to a championship, you won a natty, it's like you got 4 years of just grace. Whatever you do on the field, of course.
Yes.
Whatever you do on the field or whatever you don't do on the field, you are going to get like 4 years because we're just hoping you can find the magic that got you a national championship. Dude, that's not the case anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, my bad. I missed the first part, so I thought you were saying that still was the case.
Oh, God, no.
I was like, no, I mean, look around.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, even starting with Chiz.
Yeah, it's true.
Chiz at Auburn and then Coach O here.
Sure.
I mean, no. Like a year and a half, and like at the time, Coach O, I think was 500. Now we know like what was going on within the program and what things needed to change, but like records like 500, not great, not the standard here, but that's just you don't live up to it, and that's why.
And the Kentucky game, right? Wasn't that when it was official?
Florida.
Well, no, I know that's like when they actually, but I thought it was like after the Kentucky game when I think they might have even like.
Oh well, after, I mean, you could watch that tape. Oof,
yeah,
that was the worst beating. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So you just start talking like Texas A&M and Jimbo. Like, I wonder, like, without the championship there, like, what does he have to do? And I know how much money he's got on his contract, but like guys like that don't have a championship in their current spot. Jimbo's got one somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, so if 500 gets you fired after a natty, like, what do you have to be without a national championship?
I mean, if you're A&M, an A&M fan, you have to finish second in the West, right?
Have to.
Like, you have to. Like, that is the expectation. Now, I would say the same thing about Brian Kelly and LSU here in maybe another year. Certainly 2. Like, that's where you should be as well.
Not this year, but next.
Yeah, like that's just kind of how
bare
it's
minimum
work.
top 2, yeah.
But yeah, for A&M this year, especially when, I mean, the question of SEC Media Days is like, who's the third best team? You could extend that into who's the second best team in each division, and it feels wide open. Well, Jimbo, A&M, the signing class, transfer portal, all the we know all the things. We know all the things. Like, yeah, that if I was an A&M fan, you cannot accept anything less. I mean, again, you beat Alabama last year and went 8-4. That is such a waste. And this year, Alabama's going to kill them. Like, let's be clear about that. They are going to tear their head off. And you know, like that South Park episode where who is it that's like cracking open the babies and drinking their blood?
Oh, Christopher Reeves.
Yes, Christopher Reeves, old Superman. That's going to be Will Anderson versus Max Johnson or Haynes King or whoever is back there. He's just going to rip their head off and drink their blood. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal. But A&M can still win those other games, right? And they can still finish second.
They had Christopher Reeves.
Yes, I know.
Oh my God!
It was all about stem cells, and he could walk
God.
again. I don't know. Dude. Old South Park
I need
is
to
crazy.
check your heart. Oh my God! I don't even know. Like,
babies.
oh my God!
So good.
Yeah. Whoa. That's on brand. That is on brand for Mario.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I really. Oh, where were we?
Mario's like, can you really do this?
Yeah. Is that something that's okay? Oh my gosh. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That was so okay. That was the question of media days. I mean, we had a spirited dinner conversation about the third best team in the SEC, and it was fun. I mean, we were going back and forth, but that should be A&M. Like, more people should have said A&M, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Some people, like Billy did. Okay, well, I mean, look, Billy obviously.
Well, maybe there's a thing, though, where, like, I can't remember. I think Burns might have brought this up.
It's
like,
to fool me once, I think, to me.
Yes, we might be rubber banding so hard back the other way against A&M because they were given so much belief. Which I think is also going on with LSU right now because they kind of got the benefit of the doubt from a lot of people 2 years in a row, and now they feel foolish, and so they're like, okay, well, we're not going to give it to you a third.
That's right.
Even though you got Kelly.
That's completely fair, and I'll try to pull it out while we're here. But like Texas A&M and their schedule, like there's some really difficult games.
There it is, boys.
For Texas A&M. Look, they like September 17th, they play Miami. And Miami's done really well in the offseason.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that Miami's going to beat Texas A&M and Kyle Field.
If they do, though.
If they do, you know what that game means to Miami and Cristobal and Tyler Van Dyke's a top 10 quarterback in the country. Like, he is a Jimmy and a Joe. So
I didn't even realize he kind of did that right under my radar last year.
He was
I did not
really
realize how good he was.
Because he came in for De'Aaron King, and De'Aaron King got hurt, and maybe, obviously he's a backup to start the season, but he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. You've got Arkansas the 24th in Arlington, a game that even when Arkansas is awful is tough for you. Well, Arkansas is pretty good. Okay, we know you got LSU, you got Ole Miss, you got at Alabama October the 8th, which, my God, that game's going to be fascinating. You're only returning 11 starters. Yeah, you've signed 1,000 5-stars, but how are they going to translate?
Yeah.
You and I have played with a lot of 5-star players, great dudes, bad football players. So there's still question marks. I understand what you're saying. I think we all probably are going too far away from that 9-1 season.
Yeah.
But, who's going to be the quarterback? That's another question mark. You lost 4 conference games, and that's not including an Alabama loss. So, like, there's still things that have to be, like, played out. Look, I hate to bring, like, Anais Smith. Like, he wasn't at media day. He was supposed to because of DWI and weapons charges and drug charges. Like, obviously, look, we all make mistakes. I'm not, just hating on a young fella here. I hope everything works out. I hope it's a misunderstanding. I do. I think
it end up being the best thing for him.
Right. I think Anais. I know, and I think Anais
Anais
Smith is one of Jimbo's favorite players. I've talked to Jimbo on and off the record about Anais Smith. But what if something happens and Anais Smith is not there for you? I mean, that is your senior all-purpose receiver, returner, jack of all trades, motion guy. I mean, he does everything within that offense. And they've got other players, but he is a guy that Jimbo. When I asked Jimbo, and this was off the record, I don't think he'd care if I shared this. I said, that's your guy, right? Because I can tell the way Jimbo coaches somebody.
Yeah.
If that's really his guy, he goes, oh, there's nobody like him. That was his quote. He said, there's nobody like him.
There you go.
Okay, so if Anais Smith is out for some time. So, yes, we're probably going too far the other way, Mario. I know we got a break. But still, there's question marks I think are real questions, and not just because we are going too far the other way.
All right, when we get back here, we'll wrap up hour number 1. We got Munchies coming up hour number 2, some more SEC talk, some Madden rating talk. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I want you to go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com, AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com. If we're doing Madden ratings, they would be in the 99 club. It's right there off of Airline Highway, okay? And buying a car's kind of weird right now. We all know that. Inventory and whatnot. But All-Star Toyota can find you the answers no matter what those answers may be, okay? Maybe it's a new vehicle that you custom order however you want, Jake, and it gets delivered to you. Maybe it's a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get warranty coverage. Maybe you want to lease, maybe you want to buy, maybe you just want to rent with per-day rental pricing cheaper than your traditional rental companies. It's all there for you at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Something we tell you about, every single day, all the time. I mean, all 3 phases of All-Star, buying, leasing, and renting. You're going to be blown away. Certainly full fleet available in the buying process, but also in the lease. I got the Highlander. I mean, T-Bob leases a vehicle from All-Star, certainly in the rentals as well. Check it out all online, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
This week on DropBiscuit.com or wherever you listen to podcasts is our new series, Pops, the Louis Armstrong story. Pops is brought to you by New Orleans & Company. Check out NewOrleans.com and come visit New Orleans.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Join us for a Friday edition of Hunt and Hill. Jeremy's going to have one foot out the door because he's going on vacation. We'll try to talk about something interesting. Hunt and Hill, noon to 2 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. Going to be a quick segment here. Then in hour number 2, I got some SEC questions I want to dive into about Stetson Bennett. Being underrated. Can Bryce Young go back to Heisman? Should UGA Florida be played at their home stadiums? They had a Madden 99 club for the NCAA. Who would be 99s? Well, I do want to talk a little bit of Madden ratings as well. And CD Deuce out here popping off, getting cheated too in his own rating. But I guess Mike Evans came in as a 92, and then CD quote tweeted saying, well, then Marshawn must be a 99. And CD's right. He should be. Or he should at least be better than Mike Evans, but he's not. Marshawn Lattimore actually only checking in at 91 compared to Mike Evans' 92. Which is crazy, because I feel like in football circles, I kind of feel like it's accepted that Marshawn Lattimore's a top 5, like a top 3
I mean, I know
corner,
I know,
and that puts him at number 6.
I know I had questions. I mean, maybe 2 years ago, certainly last year. I'm like, where's he at? Where's he at? He answered my questions. He's top
Yeah.
5 corner, and I was optimistic.
Oh, is it the 22nd today? Right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're going to get quarterback ratings today. Let's see what the old EA thinks.
Oh, man.
Of Jameis.
Yeah. There's a lot of quarterbacks. I'm like,
84.
82.
What do y'all think?
Like 85, maybe.
Okay. Danny?
83.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. 82, 3, 4, 5.
Price is right.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yeah, I kind of feel like y'all just kind of price it right pretty hard there. That's fine, though. Whatever.
$1.
AccuTempBR.com. AccuTempBR.com. Service to the highest degree. Get it? Because they do AC, heating, and electrical work. Look, man, this weather's crazy. I hope nothing goes wrong, with any of those services. And then, look, I know it's been so hot that everybody's been running that AC overtime. If your system froze out, broke, or just isn't working as efficiently as you think it should be, I want you to go to AccuTempBR.com. You can call them up, but it's really easy. You can go to the website, schedule right there online. Everybody who enters your home is licensed, bonded, insured. Look at the online reviews, y'all. The best service in the game, AccuTempBR.
Go to the website right now. Remember, you could be at work and maybe you can't pick up the phone. Maybe you can't schedule because you're in your office, whatever. Go to the website. Go to the website. It's going to pop right up. Hey, I need to schedule something, or I need to change my schedule, or hey, I have a concern. Whatever it is, they can answer you right there on the website. Go to it today, AccuTempBR.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
At Rejuvame, we specialize in medically monitored hormone replacement therapy, giving you the energy you need for all life's challenges. We can help get your day started. 1, 2, 1, 2.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Good morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. on Friday, July 22nd. Your government taco forecast today in Baton Rouge. Expect thunderstorms with a high of 90. Government taco, where our pickled onions always make a taco wet. Coming up on OTB, Chef Michael Johnson joins us at 8:30 for Munchies, and Rivers Huey joins the show in studio at 9 a.m. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of rum and a whole lot of fun. On this weekend, we're going to get down on Lake Bruin. Welcome back.
All right. I'm back. I'm good. I
know,
feel better.
It feels like something clicked with
back.
you
I don't know what it was.
5 minutes.
But I am back. First hour got, I felt just, why am I here?
Time release, maybe? I don't know. So it feels like feels like
that's what it was, I think.
I'm feeling good.
My body just.
Here we go.
I don't know. I'm good.
Numero dos here on Off the Bench. And so we now have the interviews that Jake got to do with Kirby Smart and Nick Saban. So we can play those for you at some point this hour. We got Chef Michael Johnson coming up with your Munchies questions at 8:30. I got some SEC questions I want to get to. We're going to play the Tortilla Challenge video, which you have not seen it, with The Rock and Kevin Hart. It'll just genuinely make you belly laugh. It is just good, wholesome content.
Great chemistry. Like, they're friends.
Yeah.
You know, not just actors who do a lot of movies together.
And it's funny because Hollywood knows that, so they keep putting them in new movies. They're actually both in that new Crypto the Super Dog movie. So for those that don't know, in the comic book, Superman has a pet dog that also has powers. I actually don't know how. I've never read the comic book origins of Crypto the dog, but of course they make an animated movie about it, and it's starring The Rock and Kevin Hart. Because
but it does
what is not? It looks kind of good. I think it's
got
gonna be
Batman in it.
Yes. I think it's gonna be kind of good. They what was it? There was some other one that just came out, like Paws of Fury or something. Or I think I'm combining Balls of Fury.
No.
It is Paws of Fury? Yes. My wife said it was awful.
My sister
tried to take the kids and said they were bored out of their minds.
The preview was on every movie I saw for the last 6 months. I'm like, this looks awful. My sister-in-law had to go to the premiere of it out in L.A., and she brought her dog. And even the premiere, I was like,
I thought you were going to say even the dog hated it.
Probably so. I mean, Phoebe, shout out. There's no way that she liked it either. I mean, Balls of Fury.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Very underrated movie.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken in Balls of Fury.
Yeah. He's like the master.
Yeah, he's like the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Man, now I'm going to play ping pong after thinking of Balls of Fury.
We still got
a tie break, but nobody wants to.
Nobody wants to do it.
Yeah, nobody wants to be the one that loses and then has to suffer bragging rights.
Oh. I wish the fellas could have been there for that.
Yeah. We all had COVID.
I mean, we have COVID, and we're out there like sweating on a ping pong table. Both of us had epic failures and comebacks.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. 100%. It was like that pickleball game the other day. What about? Okay. Real quick, while we're on movies, you know what does look good? Nope. Nope looks awesome. And after reading some stuff, the cinematography is supposed to be amazing. The sound design is supposed to be really good. I cannot wait to check out Nope. But Danny, do you know why you need to get there early? Do you know what comes on before the movie?
Oppenheimer.
The first tease for Oppenheimer. Okay, so if you are a Christopher Nolan nerd, or really just a movie nerd, right? Go see it on the nicest screen you can, because you know Nolan's going to have them IMAX cameras out and rolling. Yes, I am very excited to go see Nope sometime and see that Oppenheimer tease, whatever it is.
Oppenheimer's going to be so good.
Dude, Oppenheimer has like my favorite director, my favorite actors. It's like
and it's like the most interesting story probably in history.
Yes. If it's bad, I would be as shocked that a movie didn't hit as maybe any ever.
I mean, creating a nuclear bomb, and this is not me exaggerating, and I do that often, right? And I play with ridiculous metaphors and analogies, but this is not that. Like nuclear fission, right? Splitting the atom, creating a bomb. It is akin, in my mind, to opening up a portal to a different dimension. Like, it is a level of power and science that we probably never should have achieved. And yet we did. And to see that story told in an entertaining way by one of the greatest storytellers of our generation, yeah, how could you not be super excited about it?
Yeah, and now we have to wait like 364 more days before it comes out. So the anticipation is going to grow.
Realize that. I didn't know
There's
they
going to
had
be
a
a lot
date.
of things. I mean, the U.S. is going to be World Cup champs by then, Danny. It's just going to be fantastic. I can't wait, by the way, for that.
You ready to catch these hands and cut her, Danny?
I go guitar, but he can go cut it if he wants to.
No. I've looked up. I've gone deep in the cutter guitar hole, and you can say either one. There's no official pronunciation.
You can, because every coach of every national team that's qualified has said it different.
I actually say cutter if I'm really trying to say it how I would think I would pronounce it if I was trying to do it correctly. But either way, like I said, you can say it anyway.
Yeah.
Guitar. Also,
Danny? Yeah.
Yeah, guitar.
Okay.
Really?
Mario?
Guitar is how I say it too.
The whole like ceremony they had where they did ping pongs for the selections of the teams.
Yeah.
They all said guitar.
Oh, they said guitar the whole
I
time?
never cut her once in that whole ceremony.
It's like almost like it was like Fetch and Mean Girls. They tried to make it happen, but it didn't happen because it's like it's guitar.
Well, it's like again, I don't know. I guess I haven't actually updated my research since a few years ago when there were all those stories coming out about they were basically building all these World Cup stadiums with modern day human slavery and like 2,000 people, 1,000 people died. But hey, let's go watch soccer, right? I mean, look, it's whatever. I'm not going to get into it. But
Did we talk?
FIFA's unbelievably corrupt.
Did we talk about? I know we talked about it like multiple times between each other. I know Rivers was like 3 days late to the joke about the Euro, and someone said it's now called soccer from now on.
Yeah, it was so good. Dude.
Oh my God!
Did y'all see that meme going around this weekend?
Yeah.
The euro officially fell under the dollar for the first time in forever, and somebody quote tweeted said, "It's now called soccer, and there's nothing you can do about it." The U.S. reigns supreme once again. So the soccer World Cup coming up in winter.
Hey,
yeah, because we played in
Danny.
one of the hottest places
Oh
on
my
the face
gosh.
of the earth.
Yeah,
Sure.
what are we doing?
Sure.
Danny, how about this? And at my own expense, and you pointed out, Minnesota, the MLS team, beats Everton 4-0.
Yeah, what was that
with
about,
Everton's first team
That was
in.
the first, I just assumed it was like a youth team or something.
Oh no! All the
God,
players.
dude.
And Charlotte, the MLS Charlotte team beat Chelsea in PKs. And like,
So what's going on? Is MLS
Christian
getting
Pulisic
that
played,
good, though, I'm
and
saying?
like Chelsea played their guys, and Charlotte got a penalty like late in the game, and then they won on penalty kicks.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. The PK thing,
Yeah, but still, like you tied it 1-1, and then you won in PK. Like you would think, obviously, like
Bad
okay,
look for
Chelsea.
Everton.
Chelsea's got a world class goalkeeper. I mean, I don't know.
Bad look for Everton.
Oh, I mean, it's Everton, but
But look,
still.
yeah, no, dude. MLS.
That's a big win for MLS.
I'm about to say they got juice now with those two games.
Yeah.
They got Gareth
Now,
Bale coming over.
I mean, you could even say like, well, they're in the middle of their season. They are, but still, Everton should not lose 4-0 to the MLS team with their first team in.
Was it? I feel like Minneapolis probably packs it out too. I feel like they probably love soccer.
They do, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I figured as much. Sneaky hipster.
You think they love soccer? I never would have guessed that.
Bro, Minneapolis is a sneaky hipster city.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh,
like, yeah.
It's got a pretty sweet little downtown too.
It's like a little Seattle, Portland type vibe.
Yeah, it's a good.
I know they got the Mall of America. That's about it.
Mall of America. I've been in Mall of America. Very cool. I've never been to Minneapolis as an adult though. I really would like to go sometime.
I've only spent like 2 weekends there because playing there, but it's a cool scene. The Seattle comp is a really good one.
There you go, dude. Geography guy right here, boys. Oh, and then last thing on the pop culture front. If you are a Lord of the Rings fan, today we are getting another Rings of Power teaser. That must have been why I was randomly.
Are you going to send it to Dory?
At 12:30 last night. Yeah, I should. I should send him the video.
So I had to leave because we had somewhat of like a little emergency at Sirius, and they needed me for like 30 minutes. And right before I left, your face, like I couldn't explain the fright that I saw, and I knew something had happened. But once I saw who you sent it to, I'm like, there's literally nothing you could have said, done, or tweeted, or that would offend the person you sent it to. But still, like you were worried about it, and like I was like, check on him, and so I like wrote Rivers like,
nobody wants to send messages that you don't remember sending, right? I mean, that's just something that nobody wants to do. But I guess just cursing out someone while sending them Lord of the Rings music is kind of as benign as you can get, I suppose. I was basically challenging Chris Doreen's manhood, saying that he didn't know about this life and how I was going to beat him up because he didn't like Lord of the Rings or something. I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
I'm pumped for this Rings of Power, though, dude. All right. Fire's going in the chat says the sky angry AF today. Yeah, that is thunder you're hearing today, Jake. It's not the trash can.
For 2 years, I've been asking, hey, T-Bob, is that thunder? You're like, you know, it is.
So everybody stay safe out there on the roads. Let's have ourselves a day. All right. When we get back, we got a lot that we can still do. I'm thinking maybe Saban interview next.
We can go Saban or we can go Kirby.
How long are they?
Not very long. I think probably like 8 minutes apiece. We'll cut some off. And I feel like I need to do this. Like, let me set this up. Okay, y'all know that I'm very appreciative of what Coach Saban did for me. I would not be sitting here. I don't even know what I said, but I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for him.
Look at this, dude.
Okay, y'all know that. Y'all know I want LSU to win every single game.
There's about to be a lot of positive Alabama talk, is what Jake is.
Not even positive Alabama, but positive Coach Saban.
Yeah, which, you know.
I mean,
what are you going to say negatively about it? Like, I mean, where's the attack angle on Nick Saban?
There's not one.
Yeah.
But I think we even talked about in the interview, like, how he used to scream at players and he doesn't anymore. I'm like, I think I said, look, Coach, if you did the right things, if you were on time, if you were, lived up to your scholarship, like, I never got one of those.
Well, I don't want to. Let's keep it in wraps for now. And coming up next, we'll see how much brown we have to wipe off of Jake's nose when it's all said and done, as he got to sit down with Nick Saban at SEC Media Days next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
I did see the D&D movie trailer. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I showed you that
later.
Yeah. Did you check it out?
Cool, yeah. Smile. Cool trailer as well. But if you want a cool place to go, you want to go to Donaldson Glass and Body, DonaldsonGlassandBody.com or DGBAuto.com. Remember, free pickup and drop off on your collision repair. So, you need collision repair, you want to go to the best body shop in the state. Also, probably the most jacked tow truck driver in the state. I'll put Nick Frederick.
Minus the probably.
Anyone. Yeah. And look, man, it's just a wonderful one-stop car shop. Tires, wheels, brakes, gas, oil change, anything, everything, all there for you. In Devil.
DonaldsonGlassandBody.com, DonaldsonGlassandBody.com, DGBAuto.com since 1977. Look, I'm old, and that's 8 years older than me. They've been doing it that long, and you're going to get first-class service. I mean, you go to Donaldsonville, like, you're not going to not hear about how great Donaldsonville Glass and Body is. They love them there in that community. You will as well. DGBAuto.com, DonaldsonvilleGlassandBody.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off new Ford F-150s. We have new 2021 F-150s on our lot now with $10,000 off MSRP. And all new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today at RevelryTeam.com. Revelry Sports, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics.
The best things in summer are unofficial. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
And this year, 2022, it's time to finally treat yourself. Bring your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service. You want the latest and greatest marine technology? You want to go to the place that has not one, but two NMEA-certified techs. Family-owned and operated by the Sherman family for 30 years, Front-to-Back is the answer in Baton Rouge for all of your custom boat needs. So head to fronttobackboatservice.com or find them on Facebook, Front to Back Boat Service.
Visit Acura of Baton Rouge for attractive offers on the MDX.
My own people call me an Uncle Tom. I play music. Been wined and dined by royalty. Trying to bring people together. All people. But regardless of all that kind of stuff, I'm still Louis Armstrong.
Here's the man you're waiting for, the king of jazz, Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
If home is where the heart is, a roof is a shield. That's why for over 25 years, South Louisiana always turns to Garcia Roofing and Sheet Metal.
For a Friday edition of Early Line, as we preview the sports weekend and give you some picks as part of our daily spread, plus our final thoughts from the SEC football media days. Join us 2 to 3 p.m. on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 11:30 The Tiger.
Oh, man, that seems kind of fun. Somebody's saying tonight's a 90s night at Chelsea's. There's a 90s night at the hotel.
Yeah, there was.
Over the weekend. And guess who they had there, boys? Sugar Ray and Tone Loc.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear Tone Loc. I heard y'all talk. I heard you and Rivers talking about Sugar Ray on the plane.
Too bad. Like, I don't really. I mean, I know Tone Loc songs, but I don't know off the top of my head. To me, I just think about him in Ace Ventura and him in Blank Check.
Blank Check.
Yeah, remember he's Juice. He comes in for the. He comes in after the kid to get the money.
I wonder if my kids would like Blank Check.
They would absolutely like Blank Check, dude. The absolute best. Man.
That's good.
All right, Jake. Hey, so you got to sit down last week at SC Media Days with Nick Saban.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like last week. It was like 2 days ago. It seems like 10 days ago, but I'm with you.
It wasn't last week.
So
you're right.
I think so. She was like a NASCAR change at Sirius. Like we were trying to fill in and plug holes, and like Coach Neuheisel was there, but he was doing CBS, and so like we were kind of like rotating chairs, and it was Chris Childers, Chris Doring, Cole Kulick, myself, Aaron Murray, and Rick Neuheisel. So I think this one's Chris Childers, Doring, and me. We sat down with Coach Nick Saban, and of course we asked him the first question we always ask: what they're expecting from Alabama football this year.
Well, I think that, there's different times of the year that are like the seasons of the year. Mm-hmm. You go from playing a championship game to the off-season program to spring practice to summer conditioning. All right, but it's almost like a time clock, in your head. Little vacation, and now it's time to get going. And I think this event, SEC Media Day, kind of signals to everyone that it's time to get started. College season, even though you do a great amount of preparation, which is whether it's on next year's opponents or how you're trying to develop your team or whatever it is, but this kind of is the signal that it starts now.
Coach, I love the way you know your team and develop your team. I thought last year we all really looked at you as making a little bit of an effort to be kinder and gentler to some of the younger guys on the team, bringing them along the right way. Is that something that you've changed over time and become that guy, or do you have to from year to year change who you are based upon the experience and perspective that your team may have?
Well, it comes from being a grandpa.
Is that what it is?
When you're a grandpa, you
got to be kind.
Papa,
Is that what they call you, Papa?
Yeah. So, you kind of develop a little more compassion for people's feelings and all that. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I think that. Players have changed. The way you approach players now is a little different than maybe what you did in the past. And I think that I've always taken the approach that I want the player to understand how he's doing impacts his ability to affect what he wants to accomplish. Whether it's taking a couple clips from film and saying, how is this behavior going to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish, whether it's a behavior issue off the field that's affecting his ability to be successful in the future. And I don't think you need to yell and scream all right, to get that point across. I think if you just show them and tell them and they understand that, it's much more effective on an individual basis.
Will Anderson sat in here a little earlier, and we talked about him. When did he get over the intimidation that you sometimes give players? He said you called everybody by their numbers, and then when the first time you called him Will, was that he knew, all right, well, this is a little different change in relationship. Is that something that you're conscious about, that you make the change, or just to get to know them a little bit better and have that comfort?
I'm totally unaware.
Really?
that you said that.
He brought it up.
He said that. He said that was the moment where I felt connected with Coach.
Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I better start calling more guys by name.
Hey,
because the connection's important.
Coach used to call me Stubby Legs. That's what he called me, but it was a term of endearment. That meant he knew who I was.
I was amazed the first time I saw your legs.
He called me Stubby Legs, but I appreciate that as a freshman. And, Coach, can I tell you before I ask my question, if you did things the right way with Coach, if you were on time, if you could be held accountable, if you did the things that you were there to do, you never got a stern talking to. Like, Coach was always going to be a guy that if you did it the right way, he was just going to coach you, Coach. And so I always appreciated that. It was accountability. And if you did it the way that when you signed that scholarship you're supposed to, you weren't going to get those things.
Yeah, but one comment I like to make on Stubby Legs. They were fast.
Were they fast?
They were fast.
Hey, we can look up the stats, Coach. I think the 40 for me in Indy was better than Dorn.
Was it you watching soccer and then you realized he was fast because of his soccer skills?
All I know is when my first year at Alabama, he broke out on a play, and the fastest guy on our team couldn't catch him.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you about recruiting because I was very fortunate. You came to a practice, and I wasn't really getting recruited by everyone, and you saw me, and I got a scholarship offer from you. And then you were hands-on in the entire recruitment. That meant a lot to me. Like, I didn't get a call from a coordinator, from a running back coach. It was Coach Saban calling me. And so for me, as a two-star recruit at the time, I'm thinking he's taking his time to talk to me and have that relationship. So with the transfer portal, you can't have that because you're coaching your team during the season. How do y'all go about maybe scouting that? Does it start in a department, go to maybe an assistant coach before it goes to you with the final sign-off on that?
Well, we've kind of tried to create the same kind of organization from – the transfer portal standpoint, even though you can't make contact with guys or anything like that, but at least to know by position, who would be the guys that would help our team, if we had a need at whether it's wide receiver, cornerback, offensive tackle, whatever that is. So it's almost like, free agency. You have a pro personnel department that is really not involved in the draft. You have a college scouting program and so we've kind of tried to organize it at least that way, all right, where we're saying, okay, here's the 5 best receivers available, here's the best guys, and how can they, impact our team? Our approach to this has been not just to take guys, because I think if a guy's transferring to your program, he needs to play, all right, so then you have to have a need for that guy so that it's going to work for him and it's going to work for you. So that's kind of the way we've tried to manage it. I think it's worked okay for us. We haven't had great numbers of transfers, but the guys that have helped us.
It's quality over quantity, what you need and what your position needs are going to be. Certainly, like you bring them in for a reason. So pro scouting, that makes sense because it's two different things in high school.
Do you prioritize guys that have played in this league before? Is that a benefit, knowing the competitiveness of this conference?
Well, I think level of competition is certainly something that is an important part of it all. I remember, I'll never forget this, is, Antonio Langham that we picked when I was in Cleveland, the 9th pick in the draft. He was a little speed deficient at the combine and all that, but there were like 5 first-round draft pick wide receivers in the SEC. And we watched him guard every one of those guys. And he never looked speed deficient in doing it. So when we looked at someone else maybe that didn't play in quite as good a league, it was hard to sort of overcome the fact that, is this guy really speed deficient? So I think it does, help when guys play against great competition. There's a lot of great competition in college athletics. The SEC obviously has it. But when guys play against good competition, I think that is easier to evaluate.
Coach Nick Saban, Alabama. Coach, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming by.
thank you. I appreciate you guys, not being, asking hard questions.
Old stubby legs.
I kind of forgot about that a little bit.
Being called stubby legs?
Yeah, until the Will Anderson stuff. And he's like, yeah, he never called me by my number. He didn't call me by my name either. That was it. It was old stubby legs. But hey.
He gave you some love, though, dude.
But
Called you fast. And did you really run faster 40 than CD?
I did.
Okay.
I did. You know what CD blames it on?
No.
You never heard him talk about this?
No.
So him and Danny Cannell were at the combine, and they went and they got in the hot tub, he said, the night before, and his legs got drained, and that's why he ran a slow 40 at the combine. He blames it on Danny Cannell
in the hot tub?
In the hot tub because he had heavy legs.
I don't know if scientifically, I don't know if that measures up.
Look, I mean, you gotta find a way to explain it.
Other interesting parts. I mean, thinking about Nick Saban being a grandpa is kind of odd. You just don't think about him being as soft as that. But that was a good interview, man. You all got Saban open up. He's laughing. That was solid work.
Yeah,
dude.
and here's the deal, with the interview like that, okay? And you have to know the personality of who you're interviewing. Obviously, T-Bob, you know that well, but somebody like that, like if you come a guns ablaze and you're like, tell me about Jimbo Fisher. Well, what's he going to say they hadn't already said?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like,
I get it. Dude.
Like he's already talked about the mega conferences in an interview last week. What's he going to tell you that he hadn't already said in that interview?
Yeah, those answers have already been given.
Right. But if you can get Coach Saban, who everybody sees on TV, and obviously he's a stern coach and all that, if you get him like off a little bit off of that, like you can get him laughing. You tell him jokes. He called himself like, yeah, I'm Papa now. Like I'm a grandpa. Like those are the things it's good for me. Like even knowing him to see him like that. Kirby, you'll hear it in a little bit. Like he's laughing during the interview. We have the freedom to do that certainly here, but on SiriusXM as well. And I prefer that over getting the same answer that .com's going to get.
Let's go ahead and go to break. And when we get back, we got a special Friday edition of Munchies with Chef Michael Johnson. So if you are hanging out in the YouTube chat, go ahead, get your questions in there, and we will read them next. Also, hit the like button while you're in there as well. And please, the algorithmic gods that rule our existence. More OTB next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Once you go to GEAUXroof.com, that's Go Roof. That's what it spells, GEAUXroof.com. Okay, and there's a reason they spell it that way, guys. It's because they're from the community, okay? And they just want to make sure that the community's roofing needs are taken care of. That's why they give a free professional estimate. It doesn't cost you anything up front to see exactly where the life of your roof stands. And then once you figure out what's going on for free with that free estimate, you arm yourself with information. You make a fully informed decision on what to do next. These storms are pretty bad this morning, man. And if you think you got any damage, call 978-300. Set up a time, which you'll get an idea of how easy it is to work with Go Roof. Let them come and inspect your situation and then let you know what's going on. And you make a fully informed decision, again, about what to do next. And look, maybe it's a big job that church covers it. Great. If it's a job that church doesn't, and you're like, oh, man, I'm kind of struggling to afford it. Well, look, they're going to work with you to find monthly payment options that work. Okay? They just want to make sure that your roofing needs, again, are taken care of. Beautiful new roof every shingle time. Go Roof.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
The best things in summer are unofficial. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
There it is, the extra mile.
on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
My own people call me an Uncle Tom. I play music. Been wined and dined by royalty. Trying to bring people together. All people. But regardless of all that kind of stuff, I'm still Louis Armstrong.
Here's the man you're waiting for, the king of jazz, Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care.
It's Musso. Join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt returns from SEC Football Media Days to put a button on the week, the Riot Radio Hours, and more. Friday's AFR, 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Hot sun beating down, burning my feet just walking around. Hot sun making me sweat, gators getting close, have got me, yeah. I can dance, I can talk.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Right now it's time for a little munchies. Yeah, Phil Collins looks hilarious.
No, man, he was holding on. He was holding on.
That hair.
I mean, Phil.
Yeah, and he take a screenshot of him like in that last shot. Yeah, like one of those where he's kind of bending over. And
Great song, great video, legend.
Chef Michael Johnson. Chef, what's up?
Morning, guys. How are y'all?
Doing well, man. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, let's dive into it. It is Munchies, Chef Michael Johnson, where you put your questions in the chat, and we get him, the executive chef, the man who's cooked burgers for 50,000 people before. We get him to answer it all. Todd Hoover wants to know, hashtag Munchies. Do you know there's only one food that will never spoil? What is it?
I think it's a Twinkie. I'm not sure. I think it's a Twinkie, yeah.
Something from McDonald's, probably?
According to according to that Family Guy episode, right? Cockroaches and Twinkies are the only things that survive the nuclear apocalypse. Does honey go bad?
Honey. So what happens to honey is it oxidizes and it turns into this like crystallized version.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily go bad. You just need to heat it up and it converts back to its original version. Like you can sink it down into a warm pot of water, you can microwave it. It will revert back to its.
Yeah, be careful in the microwave. Your boy here has tried to do that with honey and gone a little too long, forgot about it. Hit the old 30-second or whatever. Melted plastic into it wasn't good. It was not a good situation. Then Meathead tried to grab it with my hand, burnt. Yeah, it's a whole situation. Don't do that.
Hashtag Munchies. What is the most expensive meal you have ever eaten? Most expensive restaurant you have ever been to?
Most expensive?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's Chef Shiro's birthday today, and we
Wait, hold on, Chef. We're losing you for a second. Do you want to try calling him back? Okay, I think the call might have dropped. Chef Shiro, though, he was talking about his sushi guy in Seattle that he loves so much. That's like his. I don't know if like muse is the right word, but yes, he it's his. Oh, what am I looking for here?
Inspiration?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. He just loves Chef Shiro. I had a meal. I think my most expensive meal was accidentally not long ago. And it's because we thought we ordered a $100 bottle of wine, and it turns out it was a lot more expensive than that. It was the same company, different bottle. Chef, sorry we lost you there. So
No
you were
worries.
talking about your muse, one of your favorite chefs ever, the sushi guy.
Yeah, so Shiro, it's actually his birthday today, and,
Nice.
and he's got this. He's from Kyoto, Japan, and I went in there for a anniversary, and we dropped several bills. I think 6.5, something like that, on food, sushi, sake, wine. It was an incredible experience. Outside of that, I think one of the best meals I've ever had was actually on a cruise ship, where we were picking up fresh food at every port. And it was on my honeymoon, and I was talking trash to the director that was giving us escort around, taking pictures of his stuff. And I told him I was a chef, and I was like, it'd be really cool to go in the kitchen. He's like, yeah, we don't let people go in the kitchen. And I was like, yeah, no, I get it. You probably can't swing that. You just don't have the authority. So I get it. And he's like, oh, you're gonna call me out like that, right? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'm going to. So. He escorted me into the kitchens, and I got to meet the executive chef of the boat. And they moved us up to the Scarlet Room, what's called the Scarlet Room, which is where you actually have to pay for the meals instead of it being inclusive. But the food was ultra fresh. Like the fruit was just extraordinary. The lobster was caught at port in the water and stuff. And it was, and it's kind of tough for me to say that it was on a cruise ship. But it was extraordinarily fresh. I think on top of that, probably Commander's Palace. When Chef Tori, when Tori McPhail was there, I was teaching culinary school and sending him chefs. And this was after Katrina, so they had lost a bunch of chefs. So we were supporting them, trying to send them student chefs to get them back in order. And I went down there for an anniversary, and they put me in the window pane table. And I think we ate like 13 courses a meal and like 10 taster wines and I think his name's Bob Woodruff. He was at the time was the GM, and he knew who I was, and we just had an extraordinary experience. I got caught in traffic and was an hour late to my reservation, and when I pulled up to the door, they're like, "You must be Mr. Johnson." And I was like, "How on earth did you know my name was Michael Johnson?" And she was like, "You look like you were stuck in traffic. we have a glass of wine for you at the bar." And Bob had remembered that I liked a medium body red and had a medium red decanted for us and was waiting for us there, knowing that we were struggling with traffic. Just a very thoughtful process, and it's above and beyond the quality of the food. It was how you were being treated, and it was definitely top notch.
So you basically negged your way into the Titanic Kathy Bates room, right? You got in there with Jack and Rose and Kathy and everybody. You're like, oh, look at this dude.
Now I'm having dinner with you fine people.
Yeah, exactly. You Leo'd your way into it. Nice,
absolutely,
chef.
brother.
Hashtag Munchie's favorite rainy day meal.
Oh man, it's gonna be something comfortable. I kind of maybe a burger or something, or fried chicken or something. Something that's relaxing and reminds me of my grandma. Something that's warm and comfortable. Maybe even like for some reason I associate rainy days with like not feeling well and needing a bowl of soup, like a homemade from scratch. Grandma made it from with her own hands, chicken noodle soup, something like that. Yeah.
All right, Chef, this one comes from Vincent in the chat, but also like this one's going to come from me because we're always at the ball field and we're there till like 9:15 sometimes. You don't want to eat fast food or ballpark food, obviously. So hashtag Munchies, weeknight crock pot ideas.
Crock pot?
Yeah, so like crock pot, like something like you can have obviously in the pot while you're at the ball field and immediately when you get home it's ready.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is venison. Like I used to take a venison chuck and prick little slivers in it and put garlic slivers in it and sear it off before I put it in the crock pot, put a little liquid and veggies in it and turn it on and let it sit. And that it turns into the best pot roast ever. You blacken it first just to sear it, and then you put it in the crock pot and turn it on and let it go. And one of my favorite crock pot meals is definitely a venison roast for sure.
Hey, Chef, I do also. But by the way, that sounds fantastic. I'm going to text you so I can make sure I got that right.
That sounds like a good rainy day.
That sounds like a really good rainy day. That's both answers there. But you would be so proud of T-Bob, and we talked about you. We had a big dinner one night, and pork belly tacos were the hit. And me and T-Bob were all talking, hey, we got this chef comes on our show, and we're kind of experts about this. I'm just letting you know. And T-Bob said they were fantastic. I mean, you got brought up this week in conversation.
And the next day, we had these like Tokyo fries, this kind of Asian fusion place. It was amazing. And then some pork belly like bao kind of on top. It was whatever. A great meal. Little Trouble. If you're ever in Atlanta, Little Trouble, the vibe they're going for is
and Little Trouble. I think both of them.
Yeah, Lloyd's is top 5 pizza, and then Little Trouble, it's like a Blade Runner vibe. But in LA, I think it's like New Tokyo or something. Well, whatever. It's really good. Hashtag. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was just going to say, with a dash of good luck and the talent that we have on board this year, I hope that we do make it back to Atlanta. So
that's right.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the key. That's how we're going to get there. Hashtag Munchies. If you could master one style of cooking that you currently have not, what would it be?
It's probably going to be something like wok or Asian style, where like it's in depth. I mean. They built like the Chinese and the Japanese. They and specifically the Chinese. They build flavors with such profoundness. Like they just build and build and build, and it's incredible. Like they don't cook like traditional French techniques. They use a different techniques that are I don't know, man. It's incredible. And they have some of the best ingredients as well. Like I've always had an attachment to the Chinese culture as it applies to culinary.
Hashtag Munchies, Chef, with Crockpot. Okay, going back to the Crockpot, I was making sure I was reading that right. Venison chili. Have you ever tried that with venison in a Crockpot?
I have not, but I mean, it's tomato to me. You know what I mean? Like I love chili. It's kind of like goes to that soup on a warm rain or a cold rainy day. I think it's something that's comfortable, and I'm definitely down for it. I love chili.
Tomato sauce, tomatoes in there. Kind of what's the process? Because I know you're not just going to like throw a chili packet in there.
No, I like crushed tomatoes. Good ground beef, or even like a Texas style with like cut up sirloin bits instead of ground beef. Like to me, I'd rather have a whole muscle versus a ground every time. So. If you can cut it up and brown it a little bit before you put it in there, I'm down with that completely.
All right, Chef. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say, some people think that chili is made without beans, and I think that's absolutely horrible. Like I think chili has to have beans. I don't know.
It can be multiple different beans, but a bean for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, black beans, kidney beans, you name it. I like beans. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to say this word right, but do you know, Todd Hoover wants to quiz you. Do you know what the word magirocophobia is? Magirocophobia?
No.
It's a fear of
obviously.
Cooking. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, how
fear
about
of
this?
Cooking. Yeah.
This is one of those ones that I think it's a really good question, but I sometimes when you're just getting hit with questions out of nowhere, it's hard to come to something off the top of your head, but maybe you'll have an answer. Emil says, hashtag Munchies. What's the most intriguing dish you've pieced together recently, and why?
Recently,
or it doesn't have to be recently. If you feel like you ever cobbled some things together and just like, oh wow, that really worked.
Well, we went fishing this past weekend, and I had some quail down there, and I don't know if it was unique or not, but we had definitely been drinking pretty heavily when we got back, and so I threw together a pretty damn good meal with quite a bit of bourbon inside of me, and I was rather impressed with that result considering. But I don't know. I mean, it's day to day for me. Like I like to challenge myself, and when I hang out with friends, I use the expression the shoemaker's kids have no shoes, because the last thing I want to do when I get off work is go home and cook for somebody, but when you have friends in town, or you're at the camp and you're hanging out with good friends or family or whatever, it's kind of an expectation, and it's also a motivation for me. Like I like sharing my craft with people, especially in those special moments. So, I throwing together a dish. I don't cook hot dogs and hamburgers very often. I usually go to the extreme, and we keep fish in the freezer, blast frozen fish and shrimp and lamb and stuff like that. Like I like eating good food, so it's that quail turned out really well. I marinated it and splashed some spices on it, squeezed some lemon juice over it, put it on the grill, and it turned out really well.
I mean, what a good friend to have in the friend group, right? I mean, unbelievable,
That's true.
dude.
In the circle.
Chef Michael Johnson, thank you so much, Chef.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Chef.
Have a great weekend, man. Executive Chef for LSU Athletics. I love that story about getting into the expensive cruise room.
That's great.
Just insulted his way in there. You know what he did? He bet on himself.
He did.
But if you want to bet on sports,
Finally,
you want to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge, and you can bet up to $1,000 on your first bet. And if you lose, they're going to give you another shot at it. Now, you can't take that money back out, right? Be clear about that. But you can bet it again. So you've got a bet that you feel real strongly about, and you can do whatever level you're comfortable with. But you want to get 2 shots at it? Go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Promo code Baton Rouge. Jake, are you happy to be back in Louisiana?
So happy. There's going to be a full Major League Baseball slate. I had to wait. Now, good timing. I was in Georgia where you can't do it, the All-Star break. Now I'm back in Louisiana, certainly where we can do it. Full slate today. Brings a tear to a glass eye. I can't wait. I was on a heater. I want to continue that heater.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Remember, you got to be 21 or older, physically present in Louisiana. Availability varies by parish. Eligibility restrictions apply. Minimum $5 deposit. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-770-STOP. Sounds so bad.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah. All right, next on Off the Bench. See ya. See ya.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. This week on DropBiscuit.com or wherever you listen to podcasts is our new series, Pops, the Louis Armstrong story. Pops is brought to you by New Orleans & Company. Check out NewOrleans.com and come visit New Orleans.
Vizzy, the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. Vizzy, step up your seltzer game.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off new Ford F-150s. We have new 2021 F-150s on our lot now with $10,000 off MSRP. And all new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
And this year, 2022, it's time to finally treat yourself. Bring your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service. You want the latest and greatest marine technology? You want to go to the place that has not one, but two NMEA-certified techs. Family-owned and operated by the Sherman family for 30 years, Front to Back is the answer in Baton Rouge for all of your custom boat needs. So head to fronttobackboatservice.com or find them on Facebook, Front to Back Boat Service.
Friday, lock of the week. Join me, Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff, live from Rufino. Special time, 10 a.m. to noon on Fridays, lock of the week. Game time presented by Bet Rivers from Rufino's on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
The Guardian movies are fun. Did anybody see Thor yet?
I did.
Oh, you did. You're right. You saw. So you said it was mids.
6 out of 10.
Danny, where are you at?
5.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I would still
Thor
go,
Ragnarok
I would still go seven.
was so good that I think it was always going to be difficult to replicate what you did there.
It was funny enough to me to get a 7. But admittedly, I can't really remember how it ended too much. So that's not a great sign. All right. You know, it was very funny, though. Now, it was funny, right? At least it had that. What was also one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time, the Rock and Kevin Hart Tortilla Challenge. Let's review the tape.
Here we go.
Squeaky noise. Slapping each other with tortillas with water. Kevin Hart gets to slap the Rock again. Hey, strong tortillas.
Yeah.
Not breaking on the slap, by the way.
So I win. You want to just? So I win now. That's what. You gotta get, cause I'm a good fuck.
Good job.
Move your head. I got scared. Go, hurry up.
Oh, man, dude. That is really good. If you have not seen it or listen on radio, you should go check it out. It's just good, wholesome fun between The Rock and Kevin Hart. And, yes, you have water in your mouth. You slap each other with tortillas, and whoever spits out the water first loses. We will be recreating this next week. So look forward to that, Jake. You're going down. We'll also we'll make Mario and Danny go against each other.
Mario's been waiting on that.
Look how happy Mario is.
I'm so about that.
Up.
Oh, man. Mario's going to try to, concuss Danny.
Okay, but do we have tortillas that are strong enough to survive a slap like that?
Yeah, you can easily find those. I'm sure.
Okay, I'm just saying, a lot of the tortillas that I've had, I feel like, and maybe just because I've had a lot of spinach tortillas lately, and those don't have the tensile strength as a classic flour. Yeah, something. It's like if it, yeah, dude, it is some white. It's like you're trying to. Well, I'm not. It's not to eat like traditional Mexican food. If you're trying to do like a healthier sandwich wrap. It's not for putting burritos and tacos and stuff like that. No. Even though we did establish a rule at SEC Media Days, and I'm no longer going to feel guilty about getting flour tortillas when I'm in America. Unless it's like a true, authentic Mexican place, then I'll get the corn tortillas. But I'm not just going to guilt trip myself into corn tortillas every time anymore. Shout out to The Rock, Kevin Hart. Coming up next hour, the Curse Light's coming out. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to RejuveMeMedical.com. You'll be all right with RejuveMeMedical.com. That's right. I was kind of feeling that, Mark, honestly. Yeah, there we go. You don't feel younger, better? Going in this weekend, restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. Go in there today. Get that consultation. Get your labs drawn. Figure out where your body's deficient, where it needs help. And then you know what? They're going to customize a comprehensive plan for you to get you to where you want to be. So 20, 30, 40, 50, male, female, I don't care. Losing your hair, I don't care. Rejuve Me is going to make you feel better. Roll out of bed with energy. Roll into bed with energy. That's RejuveMeMedical.com.
RejuveMeMedical.com, 225-230-4201. Both of those are the ways that you can set up that consultation that we talk about. It's a 3-step process to get you to feel like your youthful self once again. But remember, like, you've got to reach out. You got to get that consultation set up at RejuveMeMedical.com, RejuveMeMedical.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt, and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Light beer shouldn't taste like water. Miller Lite has more taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time.
My own people call me an Uncle Tom. I play music. Been wined and dined by royalty. Trying to bring people together. All people. But regardless of all that kind of stuff, I'm still Louis Armstrong.
Here's the man you're waiting for, the king of jazz, Louis Armstrong.
Visit Acura of Baton Rouge for attractive offers on the MDX.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. on Friday, July 22nd. Your government taco forecast today in Baton Rouge. Expect thunderstorms with a high of 90. Government taco, where our pickled onions always make a taco wet. Coming up on OTB, Rivers Huey's in studio, and we have some champagne shenanigans. You can follow the rest of today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. OTBOT, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Sounds so bad every time.
What?
Mario turning the volume up and down, pretending to be Tiesto. Heresto. Mario Heresto.
Saw him in Vegas.
He doesn't actually mix any music. He just adjusts the volume levels and thinks that it's good. Welcome back to Off the Bench.
Ooh, you sound
hour number 3.
good.
Just a little phlegm. Nothing we can't get past.
I think you sound great today.
Steve Miller asking if I'll be at Rouse's today. We're taking a little break from Rouse's during the month of July. We're going to do something I think a bit differently for the beginning of August, but come football season, you can catch me every Friday again, chill my boy John Flash 80s over there at Rouse's.
I forgot July's like Lake Bob. Remember last year we talked about Lake Bob a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, every weekend.
Yeah,
every
Lake
weekend,
Bob.
literally until the start of the football season. You can find me at Toledo Bend, which don't look now. I got to give these guys a shout out. There's a new, for the first time, I've been going to Toledo Bend for 30 years, my entire life. And they just made this place called Living the Dream. Little drive up, gas up, bar, food, fishing charters. It's a good time.
That's a big win for the Hebert family.
Big win for Toledo. And it's like a 5-minute boat ride away. It's awesome, dude. So like we were heading over there. You get like some margaritas, get snow cones for the kids. Really good time.
Now I know that you've been in the 318 because you just said snow cone.
I see. I don't know though. I don't know which is which. I don't know
Big
which
win.
is which. I don't understand the
Big
difference.
win.
between
No,
the two.
congrats.
There is a difference.
I'm saying
Big
I don't
win.
know. I don't know.
But whatever.
I don't care.
You just.
I knew. Oh my god.
No,
No,
big win.
I'm not really
Big
arguing
win.
with you
Don't
about
have
it.
the energy.
No, I'm from Mississippi where we say snow cone. Like I know the difference. I'm just saying like a snowball is not the same as a snow cone.
Big win.
And exact. And I know.
No, and I'm not gonna
I
argue.
know that's what you were saying. And what I'm saying is, I don't care, and I don't know that there is. What is the difference then?
I don't know.
I feel like you're having a
Yeah,
more
I'm just
internal
saying-
battle with it than anybody
I'm saying
else.
you're
What
in
is the
sync with your
difference?
co-host.
Yeah, we're just.
No, what is the difference then?
Huh?
What's
I
the
think
That's
the
just
way
what I've
that you
always
made
called
it.
it. I don't know.
So like a snow cone, you would never put like a creamy like whatever in the middle of it.
condensed milk?
Yeah, you would never put that in a snow cone.
That's a weird way to describe
But in a
condensed milk.
snowball, you would?
I know. As soon as it left my mouth, I was
No,
like, I couldn't
condensed
think
milk's
of
pretty
condensed.
creamy. I would say creamy.
Yeah, I know, but like
I couldn't think of the word.
Eagle brand, like the actual brand of condensed milk that most snow cone stands use.
I literally couldn't think of the words condensed milk.
I
And so
thought you
that
just
was-
poured
Creamy.
condensed milk over the top.
Yeah.
Or you could put it in the middle. Like some of the snowballs have like holes in them, and you like put them in the middle.
That's real bougie. I mean, I'm sure they do.
I don't know.
But like a lot of people put them in like almost like a ketchup mustard type.
So we're not
thing.
talking about the same thing, just being named two different things. You're claiming that there are two different
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I'm saying it's not. I'm not arguing that there's a right name or a wrong name. I'm saying they're actually different. I mean, to me, they feel different.
And what is the difference? Just having something in the middle?
I would say so. I would say the addition of condensed milk, the option to add condensed milk would make it a snowball.
Okay. I don't know. Jordan, no, Jordan, that is not the type of snow that we are talking about.
The
here in
ice
the
is
chat.
different. Yeah, somebody said the ice is different. I think that would be.
They're
True.
both delicious.
Sounds like you may not have the firmest definition of this claim that you are making
But in my mind,
between
look,
snow cone and snowball.
So, do you think I'm gonna have? Do you think I'm gonna have the mental capacity to know how I feel about anything today?
Why? What? The travel day got you yesterday? A little bit long day, hanging out on the plane. Yeah.
Golly, that plane.
plane.
If I was on that plane one more minute.
That what you just heard, ASMR, was a nice, delicious cold Coors Light being cracked open. Yeah, we were there for about 7 hours, y'all. It was
For
a fun day,
like
though.
an hour flight. That's what made it like. I didn't end up in Hawaii.
Yeah, no.
After that 7 hours.
I just like. I don't know if y'all have told the audience this yet, but when we're on the plane, you know, we're over New Orleans, we're circling, and then they've decided we're going to Houston. They come over the loudspeakers. Like, we're all sitting in the back, and we're like, oh, you did.
Yeah, we did.
They thought that they were going to, like, I don't understand how you thought we were on the wrong plane.
Because I did a lot of Dramamine.
I mean, it's very logical, actually, because you went first, your ticket didn't scan. T-Bob, I think, went next.
Looked me up.
And his ticket, and then, like, none of ours did. All four of us.
No, but he looked us up on the computer.
I know he looked us up, but, like, he could have been, like, anywhere in the system. Oh, man, whatever. So, like.
Wow.
And then they're like, welcome to Houston almost. I'm like, wait a minute, did we get on the wrong plane? I don't know. I feel like that happens. I've heard people say they got on the wrong plane before. Chat, help me out, hopefully.
No, I mean, I guess I just didn't realize that happened in, like, this where we are technologically.
I've never had it where I had to, like, circle, couldn't land, had to go to Houston.
Yeah.
Either. So I guess I was just like a little all over the place. We all had our AirPods in, listening to music.
And then even when the guy was over, like, even when I took my AirPods out, it sounded like the Charlie Brown teacher was like, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, you couldn't hear
All I heard was, wah, 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 land in Houston. And I was like, wait, what?
I saw Scone's face and I knew it wasn't good.
Dude, somebody found my old Vine account from 2013.
Wait, can you still look at Vine?
I guess I went looking in the past and could not find it.
Me
but
either.
my buddy Ian, of course.
I was about to say, is it
the
Ian?
group historian, which, by the way, earlier I said I wasn't a headband kid, to which Ian called me out. I did wear a headband for, like, I think a year of high school, basically to try to hold my hair back at one point. And so I guess I did at a certain point. But, he found it, and I'm excited to check it out. But we'll see what we can play on air, if any of it is on air worthy or allowed. So, yeah, yesterday was a fun travel day for all of us. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know. Like,
a little greasy.
Coming up this hour on OTB, look, we can do a few different things, right? We can get into some sports talk if we want. You know what? Okay, we'll start here. It's kind of fun, nice little easy place. And then I do want to talk about Toys R Us coming back. Rivers, you sent us something about looked like Pepto-Bismol being poured over fried chicken.
Nope, you didn't read the article.
Did not read the article.
I did. It was like a mixture
pink
of
sauce. No,
did not read the
I don't know
article.
what's in it. I don't think anybody.
It
knows
just looked like Pepto, though.
But
It does look like Pepto.
I love Pepto.
And she won't. So the whole thing, she won't tell the people, the woman who's making it, who's in the article. She won't tell anybody like what she's putting in it, really. Although she's selling it like it's a real food that has been approved by the FDA, which it is not. So people are receiving it in like just sketchy packages and like.
Well, I mean,
no labels,
what I would do if I was
There's
her,
a label. She faked like a label.
I would do a label that just said
pink drip.
Don't eat, not food, and then you can't get in any trouble,
Yeah.
right?
I just assumed,
But like, eat it.
When I looked at it, it was pink and it tastes probably like cane sauce. You know, like she was putting it on chicken and stuff. So I just feel like it's probably right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't taste like Pepto-Bismol. I do feel comfortable in saying that, right? Like,
should we order some pink sauce?
I don't know.
okay.
I mean,
yeah, I'm not opposed
You were trying
to
to
it.
make people eat dog food, and you're not willing to eat pink sauce.
Not trying.
Not trying. They actually did. No, we all actually did.
I never throw up, and the second I ate that Alpo with whipped cream, I was on the edge of throwing
We
up.
still got to get that out there. I mean, we got to find a way.
Just cut out everything except for us eating the foods. Cut out everything except
Just
for
a montage of food.
eating and throwing up.
You don't have to cut out anything Danny or I did.
No, but we're going to do it TikTok style, okay? We need shorter, right? These kids, they got no attention span nowadays.
I agree with that, but that puts more work
Z.
on Danny.
Nah, just cut out everything, Danny. Easy money.
So a trailer, basically.
Oh, man.
That could be a trailer to doing another episode. Like, that doesn't have to be an episode. It can be the trailer to the episode where now that we all know what to expect and what to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fair. I still would think that we should change it a little bit, but, you know, we can hash that out in production. Samuel Ayer saying KB Toys better than Toys R Us? No.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I like a KB Toys. Don't get me wrong. The mall was a great place, and KB Toys is one of the places you'd always want to go in the mall, but it was nothing compared to going and seeing Jeffrey and just knowing you're about to walk through those double sliding doors and it was going to be toys as far as the eye could see.
I think it depends on what you were going for. Toys R Us had like bigger toys, more selection, for like wheeler, like little whatever, bicycles. KB was like action figures.
Yeah.
More. So I think it's what you were looking for.
And
And Barbies and
Toys
different
R Us had
things.
them action figures too, though.
They did, but not like that's what KB was.
I know.
Like aisles and aisles, of like action figures.
That's
They
a
didn't
good KB Toys. I know
I love KB Toys.
my mall one was not.
Oh,
that
see,
bad.
ours in
Mine looked like that.
the Shreveport St. Vincent Mall looked like that.
Okay, that's a big
that's
boy.
what mine looked like, or the
Yeah.
ones I would go to.
Mhm.
I have to be real with you guys. I don't know that I ever set foot in a Toys R Us.
Oh man, that sucks for you.
Well, we didn't have one. I mean, we didn't have one in Starkville, and like,
That is
Also, my
wild.
parents aren't trying to let me walk around that. Like, what are we talking about?
I
Here?
remember like 7 or 8 years ago. I guess
grandparents usually did. You know what I'm saying? That was a
Yeah, but okay,
grandparent
where my
trip.
grandparents lived, there weren't Toys R Us either. You know, so it wasn't like a. But I did spend time in KB Toys. I do remember that.
whenever they were closing up, Lafayette still had one like
Really?
I think like 7 or 8 years ago, and I remember going, and they had a sick like Star Wars land speeder, but like a little like car you could drive thing, and everything was so cheap. It was on sale for like $80, and we were like, we're gonna have kids one day. This would be kind of cool to buy. And I was like, nah. Now that same thing is like $300. Because I don't know if they stopped making them or if it's a limited supply, but I always think back that I should have taken bigger advantage. Like, because we were all adults at the time. We were hungover, and we were just like, is that a Toys R Us? And so we just kind of moseyed on in there, empty shelves as far as the eye could see, and just sale signs. It just had a very, like, decrepit, post-apocalyptic sort of feel, except for that freaking land speeder was so cool.
I know. I hate all of that because, like, I feel bad, but it's like, how can I go in here and trick my grandmother into buying me something that I don't deserve?
You know what KB Toys makes me think of? Or how I always knew that I was about to like pass a KB Toys, like when you're walking down the mall and you can
Electronics Boutique. That's another one that I remember.
The thing, they would always have like this like table almost up front, and there would be that weasel, that like followed the ball around like in like a thing. You know what I'm talking about, T-Bob?
Wait,
like a battery-powered weasel.
It was always like in the front, right before you walked in.
And it never kind of, like a lot of times it didn't work.
It did, yeah.
But like some did.
50-50.
It also like wasn't really that interesting of a
It
toy.
wasn't
Like I
at
don't
all.
know what the market for the fake weasel was.
Actually, my in-laws got my kids one recently, and I think my kids are the market. Like 2 and 3 years old, or maybe Estelle's a little old for it.
Frightening looking.
Grant loves this thing, like because he just follows it around, right? But like,
so you bought it? So you have
my in-laws got my kids
a weasel
one.
ball.
But like Grant likes it, but I mean I think Estelle's even too old for it.
I never realized it was just called weasel.
It's just a weasel ball.
Straight up. Okay, so this is pretty cool news then. If you're into Toys R Us, in every U.S. Macy's over the next few months, there is going to be a Toys R Us within it. So,
okay.
From like 1,000 square feet up to 10,000 square feet in the Macy's in Atlanta, Chicago, Honolulu, Houston, Los Angeles, Miami, New York. So the big cities look like they're getting the big ones. But from July through October 15th, the stores will begin to open, and it looks like they will stay open, I guess, throughout Christmas, and then next year, I think they could be coming back on a permanent basis, which like makes all the sense in the world. Toys R Us has massive brand recognition, like in terms of value of the brand. It still has to be there. It's just that their CEO once said the internet was a fad and they weren't going to do online sales, which I mean,
that played out well.
Looking back, you kind of missed the mark, Mr. CEO.
Wasn't there like a Kids R Us or like a? Weren't there like branches of
Babies R Us was in Toys R Us with like cribs and clothes.
I actually had been in Babies R Us because that was a good place to buy like shower.
I mean, look, if maybe they shouldn't have let a giraffe make all their business decisions, and they still would be I see
what you're saying. So Katie's listening to the show, and she also mentioned the puppy that backflipped.
Yep.
In there with the weasel
puppy.
ball. That was always a really good one as well. I feel like there was like one more that we're missing.
Yeah, there's like just these few electronic
the puppy,
toys.
The weasel, and there was like one more.
And they kept running into the wall, and then they would get stuck, and But I always knew KB Toys was coming up because I could see that little table with all the electronic.
I feel like that's something like you would have been able to be like, here's 5 of the things that were in that thing.
Robot. Well, I mean, I just actually went to FAO Schwartz recently, and they still had all of those things.
I was gonna say I love FAO Schwartz.
They had some like remote control robots. They had like some remote control cars in there that were pretty cool.
I feel like FAO Schwartz though is cool because it almost seems like a theme park.
Well, yeah, it's just a huge, massive toy store, right?
Did you play on the piano?
We did. I did not. I let my daughters run around on it though. Here's a good question. Wait a minute, Meal says, are my gift cards good again? If you still have a Toys R Us gift card, will they still honor them?
Why have you been holding on to that? I mean, I would have spent that thing. Now, I will say, so like if the boys, like, they earn like a toy or whatever, if they do whatever, hey, you do this for the week, you get a toy. Like you go to Target now, kind of, or Walmart, but typically you go to Target and like there's 3 aisles, right? And it takes them forever. Like some of my boys, like they can go right to it. Some of them, it's going to be all day. Can you imagine like our kids if they had what we had and Toys R Us?
That's why my parents didn't take me there. Because it was
they would change your mind 7 times.
Oh no, I mean I go to
my boy's got
and
a little bit of Toys R Us. Like Jackson's almost 13, so he did get Toys R Us, but.
Look, Jay Rester wasn't trying to play that game.
Yeah, I mean,
he knew we would be in there for hours.
So long.
I go to Barnes and Noble just to give my kids like a toy store sort of feel, and we should shout out local as well. I do really like Victoria's Toy Station as like just a good classic toy shop. But what was it? Robot. Now I'm getting distracted. I was thinking about robot dogs, but that's not what I wanted to talk about.
Why did you just say it like that?
Say what?
Robot.
You know what you just did.
No, I don't. I'm talking about robots. You know, the automated things that just kind of
hey,
bounce around.
real quick, because I mean squirrels all over this place. Were you ever into like Thomas the Train? That feels like something you would have been into, trains. Because Jackson.
Yeah, we had a lot of those.
In Poway, where we
sure.
lived, they had nothing but Thomas the Train. That's all the store was. Pretty big store, and those things are pretty expensive. Like $25 for like a wooden train, but that's all they had. I mean, it was a giant store, nothing but Thomas the Train trains. I didn't know there was so many.
What a market.
And
Was there,
wooden
like,
tracks.
huh.
I mean, it was.
So that's what I had. A lot of those wooden tracks. Thomas James, they have little magnets where you like link up to one another.
And Jackson used to tell us we're saying the train's wrong. Like there was like 4 blue trains. We're like,
Steve,
hey, you got to pick up. No, you got to pick up Thomas, Jackson. Pick up your Thomas. He's like, silly dad, that's Wedward.
Wedward.
Yeah, I said Edward. He goes, that's Wedward.
Okay, I see now.
Yeah.
No, so I did go in Atlanta over Christmas because y'all know me. I'm getting more and more into my my Christmas train that I put out underneath the tree,
Right.
and my father-in-law is huge into it. They have a very nice store in suburban Georgia, very randomly in the middle of nowhere, kind of, where all it is a model train shop.
Oh, wow.
And they have a back room
That's
that
why I
is
asked
a
if you were
giant
like
room.
Thomas.
They have a
This
back
size.
room?
Yeah.
They have a back room that is about the size of this
Yeah.
studio, with all different vistas of like a giant model train type. And I love miniatures and like train stuff. And so, yeah, we spent a couple hours in there. It was incredible. Speaking of Thomas Train, so I was into those. I was also into Hot Wheels, right?
Yeah.
Somebody told me a very scary Hot Wheels ghost story the other day. So
Wait. Should we tease that? It feels like a good tease.
all right, yeah.
Hot Wheels
yeah,
ghost
because
story?
we need to go to break. We need to go to break. So we'll go to break, and then
I know what we're talking about.
after that, yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. And I'm not, I'm open to the idea. I've never had a ghost experience, but this one kind of got my hair on the back of my neck a little bit. It's like when I think about how incredibly easy it is to buy heavy equipment from Gotros, and I'm like, wow, dude, like that's just. It just blows me away, dude. And they make it easy over there at GoTrosOutdoorPower.com. Again, local family-owned business, which we love. So you want to go to GoTros Outdoor Power today, largest hustler equipment dealer in the state. Free delivery anywhere in the state. Full access to both the parts and service departments. Been there for 18 years. Support chain GoTro and the fam. They got 2 locations. GoTros Outdoor Power.
Yeah, don't listen to us. Listen to Tom Hart. He told
Yeah.
you the other day.
Yes.
It's the only place to go
Tom
for
Hart,
any of your outdoor needs.
He loves him. All right, more OTV next.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
For a Friday edition of Hunt and Hill. Jeremy's going to have one foot out the door because he's going on vacation. We'll try to talk about something interesting. Hunt and Hill, noon to 2 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Right, know what it is, Aaron. We still riding on chrome. We still pulling off. Right, man, look. Yeah. I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, even all drinks on me. White man out. Fresh kicks, fresh white tall tee, fresh NFL hat, fresh bows with the grease. White man out.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Oh, I can see you.
What's happening, y'all?
Oh, we got a little toothpaste here, Bo.
Yeah. Wait, I meant to.
My
So I woke up and I was like, oh, it's 7. They're on. I wonder what they look like. And so I turned the show on and I'm like, oh, there's T-Bob in a full button up.
You know,
Somebody in the chat said, why does T-Bob have better clothes on today than any other day at SEC Media Day?
Because
Do you run out of clean clothes?
Yes, exactly. So my closet, and I just did a very big closet clean out, so I don't have much left.
And you did have that shirt with you though
No, this is a different one actually.
Oh, because we went out the night to the taco place. T-Bob comes down the escalator in a full button down, and I was like, oh my gosh, who are you?
And I hated it. I felt like I had a costume on. Like I would feel more comfortable in Star Wars robes than that
Although
shirt.
I will tell you, so we go to the taco place, right, and then we end up at the bar, the Top Draft bar, where everybody ends up.
Yeah.
And so T-Bob's been drinking, and so as he gets more drunk, his buttons get lower.
Well, just people kept challenging me.
No, but listen, what I was gonna say is, the shirt you had on, maybe it was like a little bit of like a darker blue.
It was a darker blue.
I don't know. It was okay.
Oh,
like
that's good.
I felt like you looked very cool with the buttons like halfway down in that button up. You were like very relaxed, cool,
I was
casual.
relaxed. I was very relaxed.
The flow
That
was
is
going
true.
in your hair, like.
Yeah. No, it was the flow's a little out of control right now, but it's not. It's a little much to deal with. Is probably the biggest
Last
problem
night,
with it.
when Cole called me in the car, the last thing he asked me, he said, how many buttons down is T-Bob right now?
Well, it's like, and then when we were at Top Draft, whatever, people just kept challenging me, and like, look, man, I ain't never been scared to pop a button. Okay, like that is just the bottom damn line. How I burst onto the social scene on the LSU football team was by showing up at my first college party with a fully unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt.
I love that. I fully remember it.
I had my hair pulled back with a headband at the time because it was very long. I was doing the soccer thing, and just showed up with a fully unbuttoned shirt. Had to, make some waves, dude.
I still don't know how you ended up. I mean, I look back at
Peacocking
pictures
at its finest.
and there's like a senior Halloween party, and here's this little freshman. Like, how did you make it in here? Like,
I was always, maybe it's because I had older sisters. I was always very skilled at breaking into.
Dick Dixon was too.
Breaking into older friend groups, and then I knew Dick, and I knew
Dixon
Jake
got in
and
the
Steve
group
Court.
pretty quick.
Exactly. Oh man, here's all my old vines. Excellent. I can't wait to dive into this. Okay, so this ghost story. Mark, can you give me some creepy music? Just find something creepy underneath here.
Mario is Googling quickly right now.
I'll
creepy
set up
music.
the story with this. So there had already been many ghost experiences in this house. Okay, it's 3 boys and their parents. There had been so many ghost experiences that the parents were like, look, y'all just sleep together and, it's all good. Just sleep together. It'll be fine. So all the 3 boys are sharing the same bed at this time. In the middle of the night, what's going on, Mario? What's wrong?
YouTube ads. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh.
It's all good. No worries.
Is it an ED commercial? Okay.
No.
Okay, so in the middle of the night, out of nowhere. Oh, I get it now too.
Chill. It's been a long week.
Okay, so ton of ghost stories already
Chill.
been said, right? Sorry, I know I'm struggling to tell the story. Ton of ghost stories already been had, ghost experiences. All 3 boys are sleeping together. In the middle of the night, the door, and it's those old doors, right? Those old wooden doors, they don't fit quite perfectly, right?
Yeah.
And so the door creeps open. And the boys are like, Mom, Dad, no answer. What happens next? A Hot Wheel gets hummed against the wall, full speed. Slams come from outside the door because they had Hot Wheels all over the ground.
In the air or on the floor?
In the air.
Okay.
Somebody throws a Hot Wheel against the wall, and then it keeps happening. Boom, 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 boom.
How many
boom,
Hot Wheels
boom.
hit the wall at this point?
Like 20 to 30. Just keeps happening. Someone is out there humming Hot Wheels. The boys are frozen in terror. They don't know what to do. They basically just hide under the blankets. Eventually, the Hot Wheels stop, and the older brother's like, okay, look, here's the plan. I'm going to go in the front. You get in the middle. You're in the back. Let's go. And they all run downstairs. They run to their parents' room. But what would you do if you were, because there's nobody out there. What would you do if you were laying in bed and something that physical was going on? Not an apparition, not something you're seeing. You're hearing Hot Wheels being hummed against the wall. That's scary.
No, so I guess my first thought went to, now as like a parent, like my first thought went to like, if that happened to Grant and Estelle and they came running down the stairs and they came into my room and they're telling me this story, do you believe them? Right? Like, what?
If all 3 tell it, I feel like you'd have to.
And then you go upstairs and you see all these Hot Wheels.
Well, okay, so, and the thing is, the parents had ghost experience too. They had 6 exorcisms at the house. And no, 5. The date of the 6th one they were going to have was Katrina, and it got destroyed. The house got wiped away. There's a bad juju in that place.
I don't like that.
5 different extra. The parents did believe them that it had happened. They just stayed. Caitlin was like,
no.
We would have been gone after the second one. Like, we would have been in a hotel.
We're not having an exorcism. We're not having an exorcism. We are just straight up moving.
Yeah, I'm not calling the priest. I'm calling the realtor.
What are we doing here?
I do like how you said, like, the brothers, they were like, hey, I'm in the front, you're in the middle, we're in the back. Like Recon Marine, like getting it together.
It was good
That's
leadership
good
by the
tactics,
oldest brother.
For sure.
He went in the front. They had the youngest brother in the middle, and they put the middle brother in the back. So he was looking out. That was good leadership by the older brother.
Did you tell him? I missed the first part of this. You told him it was like an old Civil War.
I guess I don't know if I told the audience that. Yes, it was either an old Civil War hospital or like graveyard or something. Yeah. And there was another story where he claims to have, and these, you can be a bit more skeptical of, or you can be skeptical of whatever you want. But there is another story where he claims to have, woken up and very clearly seen a soldier just standing over his bed and staring at him.
I'm out.
With like a bandolier of like bullets and stuff.
I mean, I guess I'd love scary stuff, but just not in real life.
I like scary movies that can't happen.
Yeah, eventually we have to decide if we're man enough or not to spend the night here on Halloween.
I'm always into doing it. No
We've
one will
talked
just
about
get it
for
together.
years, but we've never followed through on
It
it.
has nothing to do with being man enough. We just don't organize it.
It would.
I guess. I don't know.
What do
Okay,
we
then
organize
then
here,
I'll
though?
only speak for myself then, because
In the
when actual
basement,
push came
right?
to shove, I don't know if I've actually wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like next to the cafeteria, like in that room, maybe like
Yeah.
some sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been multiple ghost claims in this building from people that I've talked to and that I've known. Some with, I think, varying degrees of authenticity. I've been very creeped out creeping around in there at like 4 in the morning before.
Me too. But it's not been any actual real ghost stuff.
No.
I remember one time I went downstairs. I don't know. It was like 5 a.m. I went to go get ice or coffee. I don't remember, from the cafeteria area. And I was walking. I'm the only person down there. And so I'm walking back to walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
And the door has one of those like windows in it, you know?
Yes.
And so I'm walking, and all of a sudden, like, my eyes catch this like movement, and I know I'm the only one down there. And so and my first reaction is just to scream. Like,
You just fully yelled?
because someone was down there. Like, I fully screamed, like somebody is like behind me. But then I realized it was my reflection in the glass of the door.
And that's how it works, right? I never trust the brain. But then again, man, it's a weird thing, because you know me, it's like the old kind of philosophical belief where if I believe somebody is a witch or something and they know magic and I kill them because of it, does it matter if they actually knew magic or not? Just like one of those things where, is there really a difference between your brain playing tricks on you or a ghost at the end of the day? Or are they the same, because functionally you come out the same on the other end?
Right.
And I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I would like to have a ghost experience, but maybe I'm not really about that life. I've tried. I did the Myrtles thing. I was trying to be open to it. I've done Edinburgh ghost tours and everything, and I've just never quite got that.
I saw, maybe it was like a reel or something, where this guy, his daughters and her friends were like having a sleepover, and they were like, I guess, upstairs. They had a 2-story house, and he knew that they were doing like a Ouija board or something, you know. Like, they hadn't told him, but he just heard talk of it, right? So he knew they were up there doing it. So he went down to I can't remember the brain word.
Like the power box?
The power box.
Oh, yeah.
And he started flickering the lights and like,
God.
doing that's fun.
My
Like-
my older brother was king of doing that to my little brother. I mean, he just terrorized him. And, I mean, he did the same stuff. Like
And he was significantly older, so he could have like gotten some good like jokes off on him.
Oh yeah, I mean 9 years, because I'm 7 years older than Chance.
Some advanced schemes.
And he would do the same thing, like put him in a dark closet and then like go to the power grid and like flicker the lights.
We did have somebody beg us here, an employee here, to not use a Ouija board in here on Halloween. I'm not naming any names, but there are people.
What
who
was
are
their
very much
What was
not,
their reasoning?
Because they have they have told me some very interesting stories about very real experiences they have, and they just don't think that we should open up that portal.
But I mean, if the portal seems already open.
My problem is
if they're here doing their thing already, I don't think our Ouija board's opening it up.
Well, also, like, I struggle, and I know
I
I've
don't
said
think
this in the
the Ouija
past.
board built by Mattel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of struggle with like the plastic and cardboard. Like if it was like an old like Jumanji,
Wooden,
like wooden,
yeah.
Wait, what's the
like
thing?
1800s.
What's the thing called where it's like you ask yes or no questions and you hold the string and it like?
Oh yeah, I kind of vaguely remember what you're talking. Know what you're talking about. I don't know exactly. You hold it over your palm, right?
Oh yeah, and
then,
it's like yes or no, and this is yes, and like this is no.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
But you can't really cheat. I mean, because like you'd see the person like doing it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just a skeptic, man. I'm just a skeptic with all that stuff.
Well, how about we say this year we're doing it?
Okay, we can say it. We said it every year. We say it every year.
What night of the week is Halloween?
I think it's a Monday, maybe.
Ooh.
Halloween. Okay.
I think.
It is a Monday.
Yeah.
How do you?
Should we live stream?
I remember
why
that
not?
How do you
Off
know
the top of your
that?
head.
I remember it was Sunday last year. That's what happens.
Like, how do you remember that?
What do you mean?
So
Halloween only
Halloween-
goes one day up?
Yeah, every year, 31st is the next day of the week.
You know how that works, right?
No, I'm confused. What?
So October 31st was on a Sunday last year.
Okay.
So now we're 1 year ahead. The
Yeah,
31st
Monday.
is on a Monday, and then it's going to be on a Tuesday.
Oh wait, the calendar just goes up one day.
Mm-hmm.
That is wow. I just always kind of thought
Today
it was
years
like,
old?
thought it was just kind of random.
Oh.
I was just like,
You
I
just
thought
thought
like,
random generation, huh?
Yeah, just like wait. So July 4th was a Monday this year. So it's a
Maybe
Tuesday.
Tuesday next year.
What? What? Are you serious?
I guess the only year that it's different is like a leap year,
Oh
right?
my
like,
God.
Like leap years
Oh.
would change it.
Okay.
Look at that. Hey, look at that, Bo. July 4th, Tuesday.
Oh, that's pretty
Tuesday.
cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Wow,
you learned something
look
new,
at you.
dude.
So
I never knew
excited.
that, dude. You learn something new every day. How
Oh
about
my
that?
God.
Wait,
Gosh.
Mario, Danny, did either of you know that?
I was not aware.
Yeah. Look, Danny's shaking his head as well. Okay. Shout out to everybody who just learned something new today.
Man.
You got me more excited than the pickled onions. All right. When we get
I
back.
cannot believe. Okay.
Here,
More excited.
here more OTB next.
OTB, OT.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. That's really mind-blowing, man. That's crazy.
What?
All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Like your birthday's on a Tuesday. The next year, guess what? It's on a Wednesday.
Never knew.
Yeah.
Never knew. What I do know is that if you need your vehicular needs answered and met, All-Star Toyota can do it. Whether you're looking to buy new, used, leased, you want to rent with a traditional rental company, rent with prices cheaper than your traditional rental companies, go see Miss Lisa Sessions and get in that minivan. Murdered Out Mini. It's the best, dude. The 2022 Sienna. I love my 2022, but the 2022 is fire, y'all. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
I can say we had an Uber pick us up one day, and it was a Sienna, and T-Bob was really, really excited that it was a Sienna, but it wasn't the Murdered Out Mini, though.
No,
it was not
it was a
that.
good one, but
it was a good one, but it wasn't the
it was
Murdered Out
lower on the
Mini,
package,
so
yeah.
you can go customize whatever you want it to be. It can be the all-black Murdered Out Mini. It can be whatever you want it to be. They'll customize it for you. Go to allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
For over 53 years, customers have been heading to Happy Town for the Corval Toyota experience. Why? Because they choose to get an outstanding price and amazing customer service. Want the same and get treated like family? Then Corval Toyota in Opelousas is the dealership for you. Corval vehicles have been cruising around Acadiana for 5 decades. Corval Toyota is here to stay, and we want to keep you rolling. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Happy Town, USA.
Dad!
Kids have staked out their place at Ochsner Medical Complex The Grove, where more than 30 pediatricians and pediatric specialists are all conveniently located under one roof, so you can spend less time driving and more time keeping your kids well.
Yes!
It's no wonder kids call dibs at The Grove. Ochsner Health Center for Children.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
And this year, 2022, it's time to finally treat yourself. Bring your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service. You want the latest and greatest marine technology? You want to go to the place that has not one, but two NMEA certified techs. Family owned and operated by the Sherman family for 30 years. Front-to-back is the answer in Baton Rouge for all of your custom boat needs. So head to front-to-backboatservice.com or find them on Facebook, Front-to-Back Boat Service.
Visit Acura of Baton Rouge for attractive offers on the MDX.
My own people call me an Uncle Tom. I play music. Been wined and dined by royalty. Trying to bring people together. All people. But regardless of all that kind of stuff, I'm still Louis Armstrong.
Here's the man you're waiting for, the king of jazz, Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
For a Friday edition of Early Line, as we preview the sports weekend and give you some picks as part of our daily spread, plus our final thoughts from the SEC football media days. Join us 2 to 3 p.m. on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Oh, no. Sheriff's nowhere to be found.
I mean, ugh.
Oh,
Chat's pumping off.
popping off.
Sheriff is shirking his duties. Some bonks need to be handed out, including you, Daniel.
I see Danny still
What'd I do?
How good does it look, though?
still working on that facial
No,
hair.
Rivers hates it.
Danny is so paranoid.
Dude, Danny,
He can't stand it.
Bro, no,
Danny,
Danny,
I think
this
you
is
look.
you projecting your...
This is him projecting.
No,
I never.
I think you look.
What do you think?
Seriously, I think you look. I mean, not that before was bad, but you look so much better now.
I
agree.
need to make a statement.
I
I
do.
need
All right,
emergency
you have
press
the floor.
conference.
You have the
Emergency
floor.
press conference.
All right, Jimbo.
I came up here one
I can't believe
day.
they made it public.
What the heck? What the heck? I can't believe, man.
I came up here one day. Danny asked me if I liked it, and I said, "Yeah, it's okay."
Oh,
well,
see,
I mean,
see that
okay.
answer?
I
You
don't
see
know,
that
it's
answer?
like,
That's a
now I
horrible.
kind of maybe he's not projecting.
Wait.
Now I kind of see
You
like
said
where is
okay?
it? Yeah.
Okay,
what?
I'm still in my
Wow.
emergency press
That
conference,
was-
and I would like to respond to this by
Okay.
saying, "I actually like it. I do. Like, This
yeah.
is not me lying.
Okay.
I tell you guys things I don't like all the time about you. I'm
That's
saying it.
Fair.
If I
That
did,
is very fair.
But
if
also-
I did not like it, I would just say,
But also, I can't blame
but this is
Danny
a press
for taking-
conference. Jacob Pester, Guarantee Media.
In the back.
That's like
no questions.
That's like telling your spouse, your wife, whatever significant other, "Oh, you look fine."
Yeah.
That's the
Do I
same
look
thing.
fat in this? I mean,
You're fine.
So
No.
yeah, I cannot fault Danny's actual
Yeah, me
original
neither.
insecurity
but I
anymore.
think the funny part is how defensive Danny has gotten about it. He thinks he moved from like me being like, it's okay to she hates it.
Well, it's okay.
How do we make that
I was
jump?
joking.
No. It's okay on the scale of like, how does my hair look? Is like you hate it. It's like, I mean, it's like when you get a text message back and all it says is like, okay, period. It's not really okay. It's not really
That's
okay.
the worst way to respond to it.
You're in trouble. Exactly.
Okay,
and so
well,
how does
you
it
know
look?
what?
Okay.
One of the worst ways, like little like thumb up, little.
I would like to
whatever.
officially respond.
Yeah, it looks all right.
I would like to officially respond
Aight.
to Danny's facial hair.
Looks all right.
My official response here is, Daniel, it looks very good on your face.
I do actually really like it. I think it looks better than
Oh,
just
it's
the
so
chin
weird.
beard. And I think you do look less like Zion, though, unfortunately. Just moving away from him a little bit.
You made Danny uncomfortable. It just sounded weird.
Well, I mean, look, she's dreaming
Danny
about
looks
him.
really good on your face, Danny.
Yeah,
Looks really good.
She's dreaming about him.
Oh
She's,
my God.
you know.
Hey, Danny, can you
I
get
just
like
like
on
the-
camera better? Like they want to say, look into the camera.
Well,
Look into. I don't know. Look
Oh,
into
you
the
can
camera.
see it. Look
forward,
at it.
Yeah,
forward,
look. No,
forward.
wherever that camera's at, look at it.
Look at the camera, Danny.
Over
You're a
here.
director.
Well, to kind of show.
No, I
No,
know,
no.
but we
It's,
wanna see
yeah,
the
there
mustache.
you go.
This
There
will
we
come
go.
with time. The star of the party is the mustache. and
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
chin
I
right
mean,
now.
I could grow a mustache in like 2
Yeah,
days.
you grow a freaking sick mustache.
That's really
dude.
good mustache.
I
though.
wish I could like
Yeah.
suck your mustache out and put it on my face. It'd be so much better, dude.
God, this is
Suck
getting
it.
worse. This is getting so
Well, like
bad.
I was thinking, like I don't want to take your whole stash, but
Yeah.
if you could give me like half of your stash power, then we'd both be good. You have a mustache to go around.
I mean, is it mustache time for everybody? Mario's got one.
He must.
I've got
stash
one.
to go
Danny's
around.
got one.
I'm not going.
You've
to
got
do
half
not
of
gonna do
one.
it.
I'm not gonna do it. You get over it.
Oh my
I'm not gonna
gosh! I bet if your D&D buddies asked you to do it for costume
What a
play,
weird attack
you
angle.
sure would do
Costume
it.
play.
What? Yeah, exactly.
What's it called?
Well, you kids been playing on your
Wait.
Nintendos.
Am I getting made fun of for cosplay people?
Yo, no, but it's not costume. It's
It used-
role play. It's role playing. It's not
Role
costume
playing is
play.
something different where I come from.
It can be both.
It can
you
be
know,
similar,
one and the
yeah.
same. Yeah, it can be very similar. But
I do, you know what I appreciate? That, you know, Danny does very well with the ladies, right? We all know that.
Allegedly.
claims.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
That I can still get up here and make him uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, okay. It's a little, yeah,
Well,
but yeah.
apparently
I mean,
he can make you uncomfortable too with the back massage.
Yeah,
Dream.
No, he made me very comfortable.
You've always made Danny a little uncomfortable, though. He's always been a little intimidated by you. Or
Are you
convinced
more
himself.
uncomfortable, Mario? Am I making
Yeah,
you
Mario.
Mario's chill, actually.
I'm uncomfortable every day.
He
on
gave
this
the
show.
double.
every day? Oh, wow. Costume play.
Yeah.
Isn't that what cosplay stands for?
Yes, that is what I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just funny to hear the full thing out. I don't think
That's what it stands for.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you never knew that, Mark?
No.
Oh, so learn
Mind
something new.
blown.
See?
There you go.
See? Thank you.
No, he said he didn't know that.
I know, so I had to tell. I told him.
Got it,
But like nobody actually even dresses up in our D&D group, so there's no cosplay, just role play.
I thought you did.
I would bring a guitar.
No, that first.
I'm a
I feel like
bard.
that first one y'all did, like y'all wore some
This has
stuff.
nothing to do with the people that are on that show. I'm just saying, like, you would do it for them and not us.
No, I know what you're saying, and again, I don't know why you are so upset by me having another
friends?
foxhole.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
That I like to hang out in, and one that I actually had before this one. Right? We played D&D. Not me and you.
We're champions together, going back 15 years.
Yeah, no, guys, I mean, this specific foxhole right here, this makeup, these 5 came together after the D&D group came together. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm also saying I knew you before any of the people in either group.
That's fair.
That's great.
That is fair. And I do not like one foxhole more than the other. I think both are
But we learned in the security line yesterday that T-Bob isn't really a foxhole guy.
Oh, we did.
Why? Because
I mean, we might have already knew it,
because
but,
I'm a
like-
winner. We got into a battle. We had a choice, a fork in the road, about which line we were going to get in for security, and they didn't like the fact that I did not follow them because I'm a leader and I forged like Bob
So
Frost.
you joined Moscona's team.
I took he joined my team. Who walked first?
It was you and Moscona.
Who walked first?
V, which I hate when people do that. Me and Jake. And then you actually know who won. You think you won, but you didn't because we ended up together on the other side. You ended up over there by yourself.
I won. I was the first out of line. Okay. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like Bob Frost, I took the road less traveled, and that made all the difference.
Bob
Okay.
Frost.
Yeah. I never claimed Matt on my team, and so I don't care. They look at the Comrex and make them rerun everything through security. That's not on me. Okay. While y'all were still in line, I got Dramamine and a water.
You
okay?
did. I mean, you
But
did,
I had my bag looked through as well.
So I didn't just win by a slight. That's not on me. I didn't just win by a slight
God.
margin. I won by a massive
You
margin.
just left Matt behind, though.
Yeah, good. Okay, we got dubs. There's a finish line up there. This ain't one of those heartwarming internet videos where I'm gonna pick the guy up. I'm just running by him and laughing at him. You're like, "How's that hammy?" Ha! And then crossing the line. Give me the gold medal.
God.
And when we get back, ask the bench.
And when we get back.
OTB, OT.
Go to ITI Technical College, iticollege.edu, iticollege.edu is the website. You want to go to a local, family-owned trade school, man, right here in Baton Rouge, and a beautiful campus right here in Baton Rouge. And got a nice little body of water. And we were there for Student Appreciation Day, Jake. We had a little fishing comp. It was a super fun time. But the coolest part is, not only are you part of a community, but you're investing in yourself. And look, I don't care if you're taking day or night classes, it's the same amount of time to graduate. So it's not going to take you longer if you have to go to those night classes. Invest in yourself.
Yep.
Change your life for the better. Go to ITI Technical College.
You always hear me talk about they're going to work with you, but remember also, like, this is not going to be a 4-year situation. Like, this can be done within a year and a half or 2 years. You can have that certificate. You can have that AOS degree. So make sure you go and say, hey, here's what I have. Here's my schedule. And they will work with you to get you to that finish line, which that's what it's all about. 1 class per day, and Fridays you are off. iticollege.edu.
This week on DropBiscuit.com or wherever you listen to podcasts is our new series, Pops, the Louis Armstrong story. Pops is brought to you by New Orleans & Company. Check out neworleans.com and come visit New Orleans.
Before we begin any electrical work here, we perform a home safety check that begins at your electrical panel to make sure that you and your family are safe. For all your upgrades, installations, and repairs, call Mr. Electric.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare. at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today at revelryteam.com. Revelry Sports, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics.
Musso, join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt returns from SEC Football Media Days to put a button on the week, the Riot Radio Hours, and more. Friday's AFR, 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
But first, Tears for Fears.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Closing out the show, getting ready for the weekend. Vibes are here. Officially the weekend.
Oh,
You're looking at me.
I still got more to do, but I'm getting there.
Oh yeah, you saw.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think I'm going to eat everything Cracker Barrel has on their menu when I leave.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that sounds good.
I gotta go to an anatomy scan for my third
pick
child.
up Katie and the boys are going. Oh,
knock on wood.
that's
Hope
what.
everything goes straight. As the bench, better Jameis billboard ad. Pastor Winston or Rouse's? I don't get it. I don't think I've seen them, so I can't answer.
Yeah, I don't either.
What's your favorite thing about your radio career? What do you hate about it? My favorite thing about it is that I do find the job intellectually satisfying, right? Trying to create stuff and be entertaining, I find to be very fun. I actually don't hate much about it. I've only ever had one day where I was like, I don't want to go to work today. So that ain't bad.
I mean, I'd agree there. I mean, very unique hours, but, obviously it's not a 9 to 5. We get to talk about sports. We get to interact with a lot of different people like we did this week. Like, those are our friends that we only see 4 times a year, but they're, people. Negative side is you're going to have a bad show. Like we do so many shows. We do hundreds of shows every year. You're not going to be perfect. And for me, like that, I hate that. I hate that you can't go back and fix it. It's like football. Like you want to be perfect every game.
Yeah.
You can't be. You can't fix it. We're
Right.
not. There's going to be days where it's a bad show.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I don't really have as much of a radio career as you guys, but what I do like about it is the same stuff you said. Just like meeting people, being able to interact with them, be creative. Like this is fun, like hanging out.
I don't like booking guests either.
I don't like
that at all.
having to open yourself up to the internet and being criticized. And not that I don't like criticism or feedback. It's more the people on the internet that just, suck.
Ask the bench. Was the day you did not want to go back to work? It was the day after Jordy fired. It wasn't the day after, but it was around that time. There was a day where I was just supremely unmotivated.
You were solo for a while.
I came out of it the other end, though, and I was kind of like, you know what, man? If that's the first time that I felt like that, then I think I'm, pretty happy with my career. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Okay, we need better questions. What are you, or what do you wish you were reading? I'm reading a very good book called The Swerve. I would recommend it.
I'm reading A Gentleman in Moscow.
Oh yeah, we talked.
Yes,
that.
very good.
What about you, Jake?
What?
What are you reading?
What are you reading?
That Cracker Barrel menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like Katie reads
What's the
like
last
3
book
books
you read?
every 2 days.
What's the last book you read?
Green Eggs and Ham, Dr. Seuss.
Real talk. Don't say it again. Don't say it again. Real talk. You've
read a book.
The Outsiders, or
Maybe The Outsiders in 5th grade.
Yeah, like one of those required readings.
Yeah.
I actually never read The Outsiders for some reason.
I didn't either. Oh no, in high school we had to for like a class.
No, we had to, but I would do Spark Notes. I never read the books they made me read. It was like a weird rebellion thing. I just didn't want to do it. Yeah, look, we love you. Y'all have a great day. It's been a really fun week. Shout out to everyone who made it happen. Great work, Mari, Danny, holding down the fort, and we will be back on Monday.
OTB, OT.
Go to Patient Plus Urgent Care, patientplusuc.com, patientplusuc.com. Look, man, you will be blown away by the facilities when you go into Patient Plus and the technology, right? The investment in the facilities, which in return is an investment in you and your health. So for life's unexpected moments, for you or your family, you want to go to Patient Plus Urgent Care. And if you need occupational medicine needs met, well, the Mid-City location is really, really nice, y'all. It's not like those dingy offices that you normally have to go do like drug testing and stuff. So go to Patient Plus Urgent Care today. They're the best.
PatientPlusUC.com, 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. every single day. T-Bob always tells you there's a location that is convenient to you, right? 8 in the Baton Rouge area. So make sure you go online, go to the website. You can book your appointment on that website, find the location that is nearest to you. And again, they're going to be convenient for you in an inconvenient time. PatientPlusUC.com. Get in and get better.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The best things in summer are unofficial. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.